I am just depraved of sleep.
Should be fucking.
I'm gonna get a glass of wine.
I kind of want to have a drink of alcohol now. That's
Classic
not a good idea.
Yuki move.
It's very classy.
Wine.
Her camera is so good. Look at the depth of field. It's like
Yeah,
the
she's got
background
that-
The
blurry.
camera's absolutely fucking insane, and it's got like fucking CIA database numbers at the bottom of it and so on.
Yeah,
But the depth.
Yeah,
that's what you need to be. A,
FPS and shit.
that's what you need to be a fucking big old streamer.
It do like that.
I've got my frog familiar with me as well. I'll just stick it in.
While we're here, just to double check, on this screen, can everyone move their character?
No.
You can't move it.
No.
No, I
Right,
just
no
drew on the screen. Sorry. Oopsie. No, I can't move it.
Fine, I know what.
Is Crumpet with you?
Can I try and move yours now?
Here we go.
There you go.
Oh, I moved. Oh.
Everyone can move their tokens.
Whee!
How do I move my token? Do I have to like choose it?
Yeah, you have to select it. And
Yeah, I think you're drawing on the screen in the froggy colours. I might go
Oh
get
yeah,
some
I
alcohol.
need to. Okay, I need to use a different cursor. That's why. Okay, let me. Yeah, it works.
I be flossing. Oh yeah, you're fixing the thing, right? Michael B.
what am I?
Oh no, I can move my thing. Sorry, I was
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I did that.
doing some stuff.
My all-time favorite. RPG.
You're cutting out sometimes, Karma.
Yeah, that's because my voice activity is high enough that the fan doesn't constantly get registered.
Wait.
So
Normal.
sometimes when I talk quietly, it does that. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, just so like you can hear the fan, but who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Sounds
much better.
Wait, Connor, you can go fucking big brain here. You can just use the fucking Groovy bot for the soundtrack if you want to.
Exactly. That's literally why I got Hanami to
Ah,
add it.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Because Roll20 jukebox has been completely good.
Hmm.
Tried the noise cancellation thing on Discord.
So all I ask is for the next 2 or 3 hours, nobody gets temptation to put fucking play CBT ASMR in the middle of the dungeon, okay? That's the only condition.
Oh yeah.
Karma.
Yo,
Have you tried using the noise cancellation feature on Discord, the beta one?
I have no idea what that is.
It's
So you
like-
near your little hang up icon, there's the lines.
Near your little. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you click that and
yeah.
just tick it on. Now try talking. Yeah, so
Okay, I'll put it on. Is
yeah,
that
we got
fair?
no we got no fan now.
Yeah, there's no
Oh,
fan
sick.
now.
Oh, that's pog as fuck, actually.
That's fucking cool. I'm gonna put that on as well. Or not?
Skull.
Yes.
Yeah. As far as I know, no one is streaming.
Do you want me to stream? Right.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I don't really care. About
But
I think Scully and Anthro want to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna record.
I can screen share. I have a new computer, so I can actually do. Haha! I want to screen share.
Streamlabs up a sec.
Like,
Scully
using my
was asking for screen share, but I think he's. Doing...
Max, are you not wanting to go on webcam? It's alright if you don't want to.
I don't have one.
Oh, rip. It do be like that, to be fair.
I didn't have a webcam for super long. The only reason I have a webcam is because of D&D.
I might buy
literally.
one. We'll see.
You can get a cheap one for like 10 quid off them. But
Yeah.
if you don't want it, it's fine.
Oh, I'm
Make-
not bothered either way.
Next, join the Logitech HD webcam gang.
Okay.
Does Scully want to watch it in Discord or on a web browser?
I don't think he minds.
I don't think. I think. Yeah, I don't think it's whatever. Because he was gonna join later, right? I think.
He said he wanted to join, then he said, I'm not really bothered about joining right now, I just want to hang out.
I'm just scared of getting like 10 viewers if I do like a Twitch stream of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just stream on Discord, it's fine.
I don't want to stream. You can see all the old shit I've saved in my bookmarks.
Okay. I
Like,
can-
Monk,
I
That
always
shit's
go.
embarrassing, dude.
I
All
go
that
full
homework.
screen.
All the
Yeah.
TBT.
I've got some fucking old ass fucking dumb shit. No BN, so to say.
Stream it, but what? So am I doing it on here?
Yo, this is a home
Yeah, I
fucking.
turned on screen share, but it made my camera freeze. Let me reconnect.
What up, Jimmy?
Stock image hacking picture, what?
Look at them!
Oh.
Oh, listen to me. Like,
Okay, I
they're
see.
so funny. Look at them, they're so hilarious.
That's a hacker, man, if I've ever seen one.
That is the hacker man if I've ever seen it.
Where?
I've doxed myself on Facebook. Just search like stock image hacking, like computer hacking.
These browsers are so different. How'd you get all the things up top?
Me?
No, Yuki.
Oh.
Which things?
The webcams.
You think you can drag them?
You can drag
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
Huh?
In the settings, you're watching my stream, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So in the settings, you go down, and then player video /
Oh.
avatar location. You can choose top.
Poggies. I see.
Well, it's not as poggies as you think, because I cannot actually make the. It's kind of in the way of the image.
Well, you can make the thing small.
Josh,
if you want.
Oh crap!
my
I
frog familiar.
minimized.
You be chilling.
Bean.
Bean. I always want to get my player's handbook out whenever we do D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
when
did
you
that.
need it. I don't even
Oh,
fucking get the thing out at this point, it's like in a cupboard next to me. Oh, okay, so this... Alright, give me a sec.
No.
No!
I've actually been recording for 8
No
minutes.
there you go.
seconds.
You deleted our pictures.
Yeah, I've got to delete the page. Like, it's not gonna vibe with the atmosphere if I've got the big PP cartoon.
Frog familiar.
Why do I? Oh, I have to mute this. I have to fucking mute. Can I mute just the stream?
I'll just.
Yeah.
I guess there's no reason for me to be in the stream in the first
There's
place.
not
I
reason
guess.
for you to be in the stream, really, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Because I hear stuff.
Alright, is everyone ready to start?
I think so.
Yeah.
With the time is ending.
Wait, where's my cat, dude? Where is it, long boy?
Is it dead?
Shut the fuck up. He might die.
If you zoom in a bit more, it'll fill your whole field of view. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to be saying. Who disconnected? Yuki. Rip.
Okay, pokey.
Yuki's back.
Yeah, my Discord crashes at random times nowadays.
I'll stream
Rip.
so you don't have to use as much. I don't want to stream Minecraft. What the fuck, bro? I'm obsessed with that shit at the moment.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
What happened to the raid? Still doing it?
2 people left. 1 has joined since. Still
Okay.
waiting.
Are you raiding tonight, Josh? No. Okay.
Just doing
I was gonna try and squeeze in a fast fucking kill before but didn't work.
Wait, is Josh with you, Amy?
He is, yeah. You see it. Nice and snug. Oh, he'd be chilling.
Alright, guys, let's start off. I'm just going to start off with the text that I sent everyone about half an hour ago to get into the headspace.
For my audiobook when?
The rolling, dull thud of half-rotted carriage wheels fills your ears, accompanied only by the backdrop of a white noise of torrential rain. It was 3 days and nights ago that you signed to board the trade caravan, headed south from the northern metropolis of Neverwinter to the city of Waterdeep. Some of you may have been hired as impromptu and mercenary guards to protect the carriage from the myriad bandit gangs and goblin tribes that are known to infest these regions of Sword. Others among you may have paid to board to ensure safe, expedient travel, protection from these same threats. Regardless of your reason for travelling the Gold Road, the novelty of the journey was very quickly worn away to boredom and the elements. You are a day away from reaching Waterdeep, though you have little reason for excitement upon reaching your destination. Just another small-time job, just another stretch of road covered. You yearn for a chance at true adventure, a chance to test your skills and earn your first taste of glory. As you head over the crest of another hill among many, you spy a tavern through the fog and rain, a large stone-hewn structure of brick and thatch looming at the side of the road. You can make out the faint glow of the hearth fires and the sound of conversation therein. Strange. You've travelled this stretch of road many a time, yet you could have sworn there weren't any buildings for miles. Perhaps it's a new venture. The sign dangles lazily from a metal post at the door, swaying quietly in the wind. You squint to make out the lettering of the sign down the door. Raymare. The caravan driver pipes up from at the front of the carriage. Oh, finally! An inn! Just in time as well. I was getting sick of this cold weather and the rain. I think this is where we stop for the night, lads and lasses. I'm gonna stable the horses, and we're gonna get in, and we're gonna bed down. Everyone's got a few gold pieces for a room, right?
Yes! I have
At
I
this
got
point-
pieces, yes.
I'd like everyone, starting with Hinami, to go around and introduce their characters, say their name, what they look like, and what they've been doing with themselves these past 3 days travelling along the Sword Coast. Let's start with Hinami and go left to right.
Alright. My name is Weldrod Lightshaber. I'm a hill dwarf, and I have a big grey beard, and I'm carrying a small mace on my side, always holstered, and I'm always holding my shield closely to my chest, kinda. I'm wearing some chainmail armor, and you can also see me clutching a holy symbol in my hand while I close my eyes and pray to my divine gods. These
He's a cleric.
I'm a cleric.
Sorry.
Despite me looking clerically in my cleric garb, I am a cleric.
These past few days I've been mostly quiet. I've been praying that we get a nice and safe trip, that we did not meet any goblins or any dangers on our road to, what was it again? Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Yes. I've not said many words. I've just mostly been quiet with my shield and my holy symbol in my hand. Alone. I paid for this
Not much for
caravan.
socializing.
Not
Right.
not really, not in the beginning, no. I need a few ales. And that's it. I'm done.
You paid for the caravan for safe passage to Waterdeep.
To Waterdeep, yes.
Very good. Mex, can you introduce your character, please?
My name is Vir Gilbert. I'm a paladin, but I've been off seeking solace in the wilderness, living on my own for several years, and it's come time. I need to make my way back to society, so I'm I'm traveling to Waterdeep after being away from people for so long. I'm exceptionally tall, firbolg, with ash and blue skin, and I carry a large maul with me.
Have you been trying to sharpen your social skills with the other residents of the carriage, or have you just kept to yourself mostly?
I find it's quite difficult to talk to people nowadays. Mostly, I've been spent the last few years just talking to the.
I fucking love it. I do love it to bits of what you're trying to do. I love it. But you do sound like someone like off a Samaritan dad that's talking about the time they wanted to kill themselves.
Friend.
Yeah, the only company I've had for years has been the trees.
They're my only friend. Yeah, Bob.
They don't talk back much.
And I suppose you were hired by the trade caravan for protection because you're a big dude with a.
I was hired.
Yeah, cool. All right, Duckies, please introduce your character.
My character is called Longing for Exploration, or just Long for short. He's mostly just called Long. He's
Long cat.
Long Cat, the Long Boy. He's a 28-year-old tabaxi who's mostly traveled the seas before with his old fleet, which is the only known fleet that's just full of tabaxi that travels the seas and explores stuff. But he wanted to explore more on land and stuff and find cool things and shinies and all that stuff on land. And
Have you shared this information with the other members of the carriage? Are you more open talking about your backstory, or have you just kept to yourself?
not necessarily. He doesn't mind talking about it, but he just hasn't really had any opportunity to talk about it. And,
I mean, you've had 3 days. You could have introduced yourself to someone if you think you
yeah,
cared to.
he just hasn't talked about him being out at sea much because nobody assumes he has, because he's like a fucking big old cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's been hired because he's a rogue.
Yeah, sneaky bandit. Yeah.
He's mostly just been kind of chilling, looking around. He's really curious, so he's been looking around a lot during the journey.
Right. Okay.
Trying to make small talk every now and then.
Well, I mean, you'll be the first among your clan to like see this part of the sod, as in from the perspective of the land rather than the sea, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, great. Yuki, let's go to your character. Can you introduce your character, please?
I haven't really made a plan for it, but I guess I can make up something. I come from a rich land to the west. I'm a gnome, of course. I have a rich family, and we all we're a family of well-educated wizards. And I was a wizard for 50 years, but then I started getting more fascinated about the dead and the dark magic that warlocks have, and I started taking up teachings in there, and then my family just threw me out. And my city just hated me, and I had to move somewhere, and I've been just looking for somewhere to go since.
So you're like an exile from a noble family, skilled in magic, but misunderstood.
And I'm actually young for a gnome, but I'm more like I'm actually like 80 years old.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
than everyone else there.
Even though you're like a little 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm not the oldest anymore.
Were you hired by the trading company to guard the carriage, or are you boarding travel on the caravan to get to Waterdeep?
Drifting.
I don't know why I'm here.
Let's say you boarded the carriage because your family have connections in Neverwinter, and they tried to flush you out, make you answer for your treasonous magics and crime. So, rather than stay in Neverwinter and remain in danger, you boarded passage on an innocuous little trade caravan down to Waterdeep, where you can start a new life.
Yeah,
Sound good?
But
Yeah.
I'm under no doubt that once I get really good at warlockery, I will be approved again. I'll get to move
Yeah,
back.
great. Yeah, it's just another field of study for you.
Yeah.
Right, great. And Amy, can you introduce your character, please?
I'm Chuck. I'm a 22-year-old half-elf. You might be thinking why my name's so weird. It's because my mum abandoned me as a child because I was like ashamed because I'm like half human. So Grung, my Grung family raised me, but they've all passed away, and I have a frog familiar that's slowly dying, and that's why I'm on this journey because I want to get to the Gulthius tree so I can heal him because he's basically my only
First
companion.
person to actually add something from the actual campaign. Can we all have a round of applause for Amy? That's fucking sick. This is her first character, and already she's like, let me think of hooks to do with the campaign.
This is my little
Foggies.
companion, my little
Yep.
familiar. He's slowly
Great.
dying, but I just want him, and I've just been keeping to myself. I've paid for the journey. The only reason I've become a wizard is so I could try and heal my family, but they all died, and I've just got this little frog left. So I've not really been talking
Right.
to anyone. I've just been keeping to myself. Just want to get there. Save my
All
little
right,
friend.
great.
Frog. But how
Alright,
how,
yeah.
how do you find out about that tree thing? Even I don't even know how you fucking.
It's
you
on,
like
it's
look-
on the thing.
Bruh. Really?
In
Can't
the
remember
initial story
It's on the
description.
blurb, yeah.
Oh,
It's in
yeah.
the blurb that I posted right at the top.
I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's not very gamer.
Yeah, black hair, and
Sure.
I'm really pale. I'm just want to get. No one can really see me because I got my hood up. Just want to get to the place so I can heal my little friend. Really ambiguous. No one knows about me. Not
Oh,
Oh,
many
yeah,
friends with
fuck.
anyone.
Sorry.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all even.
I just saw the thing though. That's all.
I just really gotten into this like fucking saving my little froggy friend.
All right. So yeah, as I said, the caravan driver has resolved to stay the night at the Grey Mare Inn, this mysterious inn that's looming over the side of. He parks the carriage outside and unties the horses to go stable them round back, and you are left front of this tavern. There's activity going on inside. There's the warm glow of fire. There's silhouettes of people drinking and making merry inside. It's not right a lot you can do, but what would you like to do at this?
Are we?
Wait,
Sorry,
are we inside?
Yeah. I was,
No, you're at the door. You're at the door. You
Yeah.
go inside.
I'm
Everyone's
You said, you said there were people inside, right? Like
Yes, there
there's
are
life.
Yeah.
My character, being the curious guy he is, decides to just open the door and walk in.
I, grasping my holy symbol, is following the cat.
The cat.
The following the cat.
I go straight to the innkeeper and ask for a room. I just want to keep to myself.
I'll be in touch.
There we go.
Oh wow,
There we are.
Ooh.
this looks really dope.
Okay, all your tokens are at the door in the bottom left. So you go in. It is a rather large tavern, considering it is sort of built on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, and it is incredibly crowded. There is a diverse array of clientele. Tavern, mostly humans. You spy a few dwarves and gnomes talking amongst themselves, drinking, eating. There's also a band playing near the door. Everything's in full swing, and it's a very active, lively, inviting tavern atmosphere.
Alright. I sheath my shield on my back, still holding my holy symbol, and walk up to the barkeeper and ask for a
Okay.
big old pint of ale.
So behind the bar, there is a very large, imposing figure. He's bald-headed. He's got this sort of scraggly, rough salt and pepper beard, and he's dressed up sort of in a manner similar, like a cross between some kind of smith and like an outlaw type. He's just dressed in this cloth and leather. Get up and show everyone a picture of him. There he is. He's a rough and tumble looking fella. Can everyone see that, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Where?
Show to play.
No.
I'm not seeing anything.
Give me a second. Give me a sec. I know why it's... There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a
Oh,
fucking chunk.
friendly.
That's the innkeeper. He's a
Big
large... He stands about 6'6". He's a very large, imposing. He's chomping on a cigar, and he's sort of cleaning a glass as Weldrod approaches the bar. You give your request for a beer, and he looks up at you, squints. Oh, hello there, little man. This is the Kramer Inn, my own establishment. You said you want a pint of ale, yeah?
Yes, I would like.
Very good. And the rest of your companions? He points to the door, and as you sort of look to the door where he points, you also see the caravan driver come in. Windswept and rainy, he's just stabled the horses. Would your companions like anything to drink?
One sec.
I look over to my companions and I look at them waiting for an answer, hoping them
I have some
someone.
water, please.
Yeah, I want the beer. Give it
A
to me.
glass of water.
Yeah, a glass of water. Hey, no problem here. There's no judgment.
I barge past.
Happy hour. So many
Ah,
people-
big lad. Oh, it's rare I see someone bigger than me around this part. What will you be having then?
I barge past everybody and tower over the barkeep. It's been years since I've had a drink.
Sorry.
Yes, I can't imagine such a fate. Very well, lad.
Give me your biggest flagon of ale.
Very well done, lad. And this one over here, is he? Can that one speak? He points to the tabaxi at the back of the group.
Yes, I've heard him
Why, of course.
mutter.
Yes. Do you perhaps have a glass of milk?
I can look at the back, see what I can do. Yes, we rarely get milk drinkers here, but I'm sure I can furnish your request. I'll be right back then. And the innkeeper to the back. He's there for a short amount of time. Comes back, big old pitcher of milk, and lays out 3 flagons of ale and a flagon full of water on the bar.
Thank you very much.
That'll be. It takes me a while because it's been so long since I've had to give out water and milk. I think that's 3 silver and 10 copper altogether. Yep, that's it.
How much for a room?
At the mention of this, the caravan driver approaches the bar and puts 3 silver and 10 copper on the bar to pay for all your drinks.
Oh, what a nice guy.
And gives a little smile to everyone.
Thank you, driver.
Thank you,
Oh,
mate.
Look, any time, lad. You know, you've done a stellar job. I ain't seen a single bandit since we left Neverwinter, and I'm suspecting that you're the cause of that.
Yeah, there ain't many that mess with me.
I can imagine. Weldrod, you asked the innkeeper.
For
Rates for
how
room?
much for a room?
What? Just for one night?
I believe so, until the storm passes.
Aye, good. That's a gold piece each. Gold piece each for room and food's on the house.
Oh, well, I'll definitely pay a gold piece for a room. And
Sounds like a bargain.
Well, it's either that or you're sleeping on the road outside. To be fair, lad.
that is true, and it's quite cold and rainy outside. I don't want to mess with that. And I pick up my little pouch I have hanging on my belt, and I just pick 1 gold coin out and do a little flip with it, like if you flip the coin onto the counter.
Oh, very good, lad. Very good. Thank you for your custom. I suppose the rest of you will be wanting a room as well, yes? The
Yeah.
caravan driver silently puts in a bar.
You cut
I'll
out.
be having a room.
Did I?
Yeah.
The caravan driver puts another gold piece on, like for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'll
walk
be
over
having a
quite-
room. Do you have any oversized beds?
Only human size, I'm afraid, but you can get creative with it. Maybe put a bedside table at the bottom.
Okay.
hay bale at the bottom.
I'll have to improvise.
I assume everyone else ponies up for a room, or has anyone got any alter
Yeah, no,
course
I-
of action?
I'm gonna go straight up to our room, so I'll just quietly walk up to the bar and just give you
Yeah,
a coin,
okay.
and I put my hood up and go take my water straight up to my room.
Great.
I grab my ale and I say, "Thank you very much," and I walk over to a empty table.
Yep. The caravan driver has already picked out this table. Good. He went what I'm planning. He's already picked out this table because it just so happens to have 6 seats, which is very convenient for the 6 of you.
But I've gone
Hey.
to bed, so should I stay up for a bit longer?
No, go to bed if you want. It's just if you come back down, the seat's there. You know.
Right, okay, yeah, I'll go up for a bit
Yeah.
and
All right.
see how I feel.
Is this guy holding a fish, by the way? This guy over here.
Yeah, that is holding a fish. So, yeah, as you pass them, you see there are several burly-looking men, sort of appraising various goods. One has a longsword in a scabbard, in a leather scabbard. The other has some kind of a trumpet horn contraption made of bone, and the other one has a large trout that he is very impressively, happily showing off to the other two men, as if to say, like, yeah, you've got swords and horns, but I can't this. Come on.
Yeah, I've kind of just done the same thing as fucking what's her name, Weldrad, and like flipped the coin and just walked away. Like I'm kind of, I go behind this guy and kind of sniff on him a bit, and or not him, but like the fish.
What are you? Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's roll the first dice of the game for the fish smell. Give me a perception check.
Let's see if I remember. You fucking go perception. Where is perception? There.
Okay, cool. So I can give you as much information about this fish as I can. So it is a Faerunian red trout. It is an adult, maybe 4 or 5 years old. It weighs approximately 60 pounds. It's a very large fish. And it was caught this morning. It would probably be very tasty if you ate it. And it smells ever so slightly of a forest creek. That's your lot.
Hmm. Is it like a really common fish?
No, it's quite rare.
Okay.
That's
all
why
I-
maybe why he's so
just
happy about it.
Sniffing it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, I kind of just.
I mean, I did have to make that up a bit. Oh, how am I gonna? Let me just bring up the law sheet for this fish. This guy's got.
I don't know. It would have changed my response later, but no, I just I admire the fish because it looks tasty.
Yep.
But then I walk past him.
Hang on. As you turn, you hear a voice. Oi! What's this thing here? You looking at more fish? And he turns to you. You turn around and see that all 3 men are staring at you with accusatory glances.
Oh, I'm just admiring. I'm just admiring the fish.
Lads! He was looking at more fish. He's a little cat. I bet he wanted to steal it. Isn't that right, Kitty?
No, I come from a very.
Why haven't you made your excuses? You tried to steal my fish. Well, I'll teach you what happens when you try to steal old Flabbergasty's goods. Everyone roll for initiative, please.
Wow.
How do I do that?
How
Like,
do you do that?
Okay, Hanami, go over it. I've got things to sort.
You click on your token first, so you see the little the circles come up, and then
Yeah.
in your character sheet, in the very middle top part, it'll say initiative. Then you just click on that
what on the so
on your character
used to
sheet
be open.
after
Okay,
clicking
so-
on your token. You have to click your token, otherwise it doesn't come up.
And then what comes up?
Just click on
What
the
am I looking
initiative, and it'll automatically pop up in your chat.
While you sort that out, I'm gonna go get some water.
I'll take a screenshot if you want.
Which one's initiative? Because is it
One
just
in-
the green one?
Find it.
I'm taking a
No,
screenshot. Here you go. In
you
what's
go to your character sheet and like at the like just above where it says like class and level, race and all that stuff.
I have done screenshot in voice spam.
Yeah.
Just click the text initiative. After clicking.
You have
on it.
0.
Yeah, I don't know why it says 0.
I think it's based off your stat bonus.
No, probably.
I'm not actually sure if you rolled that, Amy, because you're like upstairs sleeping, right?
No, Matt, I was going to say something. I didn't want to interrupt anyone. As I'm walking to go upstairs, I see that they're trying to start trouble with you, and I stop, and I'm like looking over. So like, imagine that where's the stairs? Right, just imagine that I'm here, just about to, and then I turn around and I can see what's going on.
Oh, my initiative roll didn't count. That's weird.
Yeah, you have to remember to pick your token.
Oh yeah, you have to do that. Fucking hell. Luckily, mine was already selected. Okay, next. Why do you have minus in initiative?
I don't know.
I have 0. You have minus. This is...
I have 4. What the fuck? Where's my? What the fuck?
It is based on one of your stats.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
I think it's based off your dexterity.
Oh! Yeah, I have 19, so that might be why. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Because you got a high number, right?
Yeah, I got 19.
Yeah.
I got mad stats.
Yeah, I've got -1 dex.
Well, what's the roll you got on it or whatever?
8.
God.
Was cracking.
Tavern.
You just muted, I think.
What?
Oh no, I thought you muted your mic somehow.
9.
You have not. I think we've all...
Yeah, both because as I was going to go upstairs, I heard the drama and then I've turned around, so that's why I've rolled as well. I'm not upstairs yet.
Right, okay.
So I'm getting involved.
Giant rat.
Oh.
Not giant rat, don't worry about it. I just use it as a placeholder for this. I don't have a
Okay.
character sheet for Ang Barping.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
You just sneak attack.
Nah, I accidentally clicked the fucking chat bubble instead. Yeah, he's literally just looking
No,
at
that
me.
isn't
Like,
right.
fucking
This is more like
attacked me. I just sneak attack him anyways.
okay.
Wait.
So Long has got himself into a little spot of bother with several patrons at the bar. They're ganging up on him, making a lot of commotion, being very threatening. The first one to react to this is Chuck. As you are heading up to your room, you see Long being borne down upon by these 3 burly men near the bar. What would you like to do?
I walk over. So I walk over, stand next to Long. I take my hood down, and I say, "What's the problem?" And then my little frog's like pops his head out of my top and goes ribbit in like a aggressive tone.
An aggressive ribbit.
Ribbit.
The 3 patrons sort of look at you, sort of dumbfounded a little bit, sort of raise an eyebrow. The one with the fish pipes up. This has nothing to do with you, whoever you are. This little kitty here tried to steal more my fish.
Do I say something back? I don't know. This
You can say something back if you want, yeah, sure.
There's no trouble here, lads. He was just having a sniff. You've still got your fish, so I don't see what the problem is.
No, where I don't know about you, but where I'm from, we punish little thieves like this one. Now, get out of the way.
I grab onto Long's arm and try to pull him away from the situation.
Okay. Long, do you struggle against this at all?
Yeah, because I'm a little bit pissed at them.
Great.
So
Okay.
I just want to
In that
sniff.
case, both of you roll me athletics checks.
How do I do that?
Go to your character sheet.
Same thing as before, but and what am I clicking?
And then
It's-
skills in the sort of next to your attribute scores. There's a bunch of skills. You want to click athletics. Right. So Long wins the athletics roll. You try to grab him and pull him away, but he shrugs you off. He's clearly wanting to stand his ground. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn at the minute? You could attack or cast a spell. If not, we'll move on to the next.
I'm just gonna say it's not even worth the trouble, and I just go to walk back upstairs.
Right, okay.
See ya.
Okay, cool. Alright. Verthia, you notice the commotion going on at the bar. Would you like to do?
I step up in between two of them and bring my great hammer off my shoulder and slam it down into the floor, just plonking it down, make the floorboards rattle, and take my other hand and put it on one of their shoulders and grip them firmly and ask them what the problem is.
You faintly hear the innkeeper's voice. Only watch that, that's my floor, that! Roll an intimidation check. So the one that you try to do your intimidating display, you put your hand on one of his shoulders. The man that you've shouldered looks up at you, and they all start bursting out laughing. This one's a goofy cunt, isn't it? Piss off, you lucky bastard. My problem's with him, not you.
Oh, all right then. So I take my hand off, take my hand off his shoulder, and take my hand and go and sit by the fire.
That's a fucking mood, bro. Alright, fair. Okay. All the patrons are gonna use their turn on this turn of the initiative order. Give me a sec.
Supposed to do anything with my armor class, right? That shit's just there.
Yeah, that shit's just there.
Yeah.
Okay, the man with the horn throws a punch at you, Long, and hits. He deals 2 damage. They've now begun wailing on you. So there's a bar fight very much in process. The one with the longsword also takes a swing at you, but being quite drunk, he misses. And what the fuck did I even call him?
I don't think you call him.
Flabbergather, something like that. The big fish dude. He takes his prize trout and attempts to whack you over the head with it. However, you duck out of the way of that blow as well. So it's just this dude who's hit you at the minute. But they're all turned towards you now, and they may deliver a sound beating if you are not assisted.
It's my turn.
It's your turn now, Duckies.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
as this guy swings his fish, I try and grab it.
Okay. Make me a sleight of hand check to try and catch the fish quickly in midair. Pog. Okay, cool. You manage to catch it on the tail end of his swing, dig your claws in, and heave the fish away from him. Flabbergasted begins screaming incoherently. He's got me fish! He's got me bloody fish, the little bastard! What else would you like to do?
I'm not sure how this works, but can I like go into stealth like right now, or do I have to like?
No.
Nah. Okay.
Suddenly disappear.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab his fish and then attempt to. Is this like a door? This thing, right? That I'm next to.
It's a door, yes.
Yeah.
Like a big double door.
Yeah. No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just after I take the fish, I'm just gonna fucking skeet away, just fucking run away, and like
Wow.
try and go out.
What,
Did
you
it
pass
say?
them through here? To the
Nah,
main
I'm,
door
like-
of the tavern?
I'll go like this way, like.
Okay.
No, I just I skeet across. I jump across the table and just try and.
Okay, so you're going up to
Go
the
out.
table. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go as far as you want to go.
Okay, well, I'm trying to go out, so I'm like just gonna be here then.
Okay. So you sort of like skeet over here and then through there.
Yeah.
All right. These two guys get attacks of opportunity against you, however.
Yeah.
Because you're moving in their space.
I figured, but
You're like in my space right now.
The horn guy misses. The longsword guy also misses. This time he takes his longsword skill in its scabbard and makes sort of a blind fucking golf swing at you. But as he does it, he swings too zealously and hits the other guy in the face and takes him out. So he's fallen to the fucking ground now, clutching his face. There's some blood coming from his clearly broken nose. The longsword guy quickly goes to the ground to help out his friends. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, Flabbergasting still screaming, "They've got me fish!"
I just look back, laugh, and then walk out with the fish.
Fish done.
All right, okay. This is an unexpected development. Carter, is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't know. I don't feel like attacking them is appropriate right now.
Okay, fair.
So, I don't have any funny spells either. So I think I'm just gonna chill over here and drink my beer and watch them.
Would Weldrod like to do anything?
Yes. I
Okay.
finish my tankard of beer and slam it on the table. I take my shield out, not my sword, I don't have a sword. My shield out and I walk like over here. So I'm like between the cat and these guys.
I'm out. Dude. I'm not in the tavern
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
shit.
I'm outside.
No.
I'm
Fucking, he
just
fully dipped. So like, you have no one to even protect at this point.
okay, I'm just gonna walk up to them then with my shield out. I'm gonna say, alright lads, so I think we can settle on an agreement here that he did not steal your fish. You simply lost it, right?
Flabbergasting approaches you, tears streaming down his face. That was the best catch I've had all season. And that little bugger has got and stole it from me. How are you going to pay me back, eh? How are you going to feed my family?
I can't feed your family, but I can heal your mate here if you want to. I can fix his nose.
Well, I suppose that'd be appreciated. But the fact of the matter is, what matters more to me is my fish. You came in with him. Go sort him out.
You know, I'll go talk to him about returning the fish, and we'll settle this, okay? Is that
Very good, because if he don't, I've got connections in Waterdeep, and he'll be in a right spot of bother. I tell you what.
I see. I'm gonna go talk to my cat fellow here and see if we can return the fish. And I just walk out to talk to the tabaxi cat.
Yeah, you say that you do! And at that point, the combat's over. Let's return to a more peaceful. Flabbergassin looks down at the ground and is just grumbling to himself because he's a bit out of shape and he's very certain that he can't catch the nimble little thief. And the other two are just patting themselves on the back, and the longsword guy is saying sorry. Has Long fully dipped out of the tavern?
He's actually just right outside right now.
Fucking
He's,
carcass.
he's outside, but he's like right outside. Outside.
Outside.
I'm planning to come back in soon, just not visible. So I don't have to like change.
Okay, so
anything.
you're hiding. You're hiding.
Yeah, I'm basically just hiding.
Literally just hiding. So Weldrod, you leave the tavern, but you can't see any sign of Long.
I look around. I'm like, here, kitty, kitty.
Long from the bushes, you recognise the voice. It is the dwarf that was accompanying you on the carriage. Do you reveal yourself?
I've consumed this fish, by the way. That shit, the fish gone. It's gone. I ate it. So I just I throw the head out because I don't like the heads of the fish, and I walk out.
I look at the fish. I just say, oh fuck.
Yep. You see Long step out of the bushes, picking his teeth with a
Also, like-
fish rib cage, with the rest of the fish skeleton sort of dragging behind him.
I'm also patting my belly as I walk out.
Ah, cat friend Tabaxi, sorry. I needed that fish to settle an agreement with the fellas inside. I don't think we can return it in this state.
Oh, they can still have the head. It's fine.
I'm sure that will feed Elite some of his family, but he does. This is a tough one, lad. Maybe we return what's left of the fish and see what happens. As I grab my holy symbol tighter in my fist, and you see a little bit of blood dripping out.
On what?
In my hand.
Because you're holding it that tight.
I'm holding it very tight.
Right, so it's pierced your hand. You need God now.
How about
That's
this then?
It's the campaign's first anxiety attack, very early.
How about this? I'll put a gold coin in the fish's mouth, and you'll give it to them, or to the.
You know what? I'm actually sure that will really help the situation.
So I didn't want in trouble. I just the fish looked
I get it.
I didn't want any
delicious.
trouble. I didn't want any trouble. I just wanted to steal that guy's stuff. and then,
I wasn't actually planning on stealing. I just wanted to sniff it, and then he attacked me. You know, it's
It's okay.
It's not my fault,
I did
to be
glance at that fish, and it did look very good. I would have preferred if it had been roasted with a little bit of onion and some garlic, perhaps. But that's no matter. I'll take the fish head, and I will give them your gold coin, of course. And we will sell this agreement with an agreement of payment.
sounds good to me. And I kind of stealth behind. Fuck, I forget your name all the time, man.
You can just call me
Weldrod.
Rod.
Rod.
Rod. I'm writing that down.
Yeah. So, do you like walk inside then after that?
Yeah, I take
Right.
the fish head.
Duckies,
Yeah.
you don't get to go invisible because you're a rogue.
Do I not?
No. You
Okay, I
stealth
thought I
is just you are sneaky. You can. It's a bit like how a person can be sneaky.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can be silent and creep through the shadows. But you can't walk into an open area and not be seen. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I
You
didn't
don't
know.
have
Okay.
like WoW invisibility. You don't have WoW stealth.
Mhm.
It's just
Okay.
a person being stealth.
Right. Well, then I'll just
You can hide behind
Instead, then
my
I'll
big
just,
shield.
I'll pick one of the windows that's like close to the stairs, and I'll like nimbly sneak in.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Remaining out of notice. You can even go all the way around the tavern. Go all the way around the back of the tavern, and then go through this window, and then join Verthia at the table having a drink, and not even be seen by the other.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't see that
Oh,
part of it.
what's up?
I need to zoom out a bit. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I'll do that instead.
Okay. So that's what you do. Verthia, you just see Long sneak through the window and take a seat at the table.
I look at the lack of fish.
Lack
I- I- the lack of fish. And I see Rod coming through the door with the fish. I laugh to myself. Who's a cunt now?
Right,
I
Roddy. Go on,
I
man.
slowly walk up to the guys, and I'm like putting my head down in shame. And I walk up to them and say, "Lads, you know our feline friends, they can't help themselves, but he did eat your fish. He doesn't like your head, but I've agreed with him that he would like to pay a gold coin for the troubles so you can feed your family with a smaller fish."
The other two have made up and seem entirely disinterested in this whole fiasco. They are just drinking and staring off into space. Fishman, however, at this point is on his knees weeping. He looks up at you, wipes the tears from his eyes. That's pretty kind of you, sir. Takes the head and the gold piece off you and turns to you, points at you. You tell that cat, if I see him again, I'll kill him. At this point, he clutches the fish's head to his heart and walks in the direction of the rooms.
So I see
Yeah.
that I kind of like crouch down because I don't
Sleep
want
off
to see
in sorrow. Yeah. No, the guy's in a complete mess, clutching a fish head. The other two kind of act like he doesn't exist, and now they're just leaned up against the wall, drinking and talking.
I follow him with my head just walking away, and I smile and I say to myself, "I did a good deed today." And then I walk over to the two lads over here by the fire, because I was outside and I'm kind of cold, and we all know what happens when you get cold and you're a dwarf.
What happens?
We all know.
Do we?
Beard rot.
Do we?
A cold
Tighten it
dwarf is an angry dwarf.
Oh,
So I sit down.
no innuendo. Okay. Yuki, what's your character?
I don't know. Guess I'll finish my beer, ask for another one, and then I'll go to the table again.
Yeah, he hands you another flag in the veil, and just says, "I'll put that on your tab, shall I?" And yeah, head off to join the rest at the table in the back of the tavern.
Oh fuck. Ah! Sorry. Nej men vad fan. My bad. I was changing the gold and I accidentally I gave myself 2 and then 88 and then 87 and then finally 8. It's fine. I fixed it.
Okay, so you're at the table, drinking. Any of you say anything to each other?
I'm just sitting there slurping on my milk with a big smile on my face.
How did the fish taste?
Oh, very delicious. I hear it's quite a rare fish, so I really wanted a taste of it.
What, even raw?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on big
raw
guy
fish is
here.
delicious.
I think if that fish had been roasted, that would have been delicious.
I mean, probably, but I didn't have all the time in the world to roast it and put all those ingredients in it and
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
get it. I get it. you know, I understand you. You know.
Thank you, old man.
Oh, he called me a man as I take another swig of my big beard. Big beard,
I
a big beer.
resume. I resume my milk sipping again.
As you all settle in a little bit, finish off your flagons of ale, you hear footsteps just behind you going around the bar. Figure sits on the chair at the head of the table. He's short, about 4 foot tall, dressed entirely in this sort of hooded shawl, has a large beard, and a pipe sticks out from his hood. It looks a little something like this. He's a dwarf. He takes a seat and looks at each one of you. I hope, yeah, don't mind me taking a seat here, any of you, do you?
No, help yourself.
Very good. Now then, what brings you lot to these parts? The caravan driver, who's sat just next to Long, pipes up. Well, we're here delivering some trade goods from Neverwinter to Waterdeep, you see. This here's my entourage. I see, yes. I'm sure they can all speak for themselves. What's your story? And he points his pipe towards the dwarf.
My story, lad. It's quite a long one. You see, I'm a cleric. I'm a priest. I spent most of my lives in temples and churches. And I'm more interested in you. Who are you?
And I'll come shine. You! Points his pipe towards the furbolg on the side of. You're awfully big. Shouldn't you have better things to do than escorting trade caravans?
That's none of this, dwarf.
Alright, keep you there. I saw you nick a fish off Falibazi. He's a big lad. It took some bravery.
Oh fuck! Wait, sorry, I spaced out.
I mean, you're the
When
one
you
who
said-
stole the fish, so.
Yeah. No. So when you said fur, I heard fur, so I just assumed you were talking to me there first. My bad. Okay. Can you repeat? Sorry.
You're there. I saw you steal the fish off old Flabberbazi. He's quite a big lad. Took a bit of bravery there.
Well, I just wanted to sniff it. To be fair, it just looked really, colorful and good and delicious, and it smelled really nice. But I didn't actually want to steal it. I'm just saying.
You have the eyes and gait of a thief to me, and I think you're using that tongue of a thief on me right now. I'm keeping my eye on you. And no, you're a student of the Arcana, you know. I can tell by all the books and the robes. I've known a few wizards in my time.
I'm meant to be upstairs, aren't I? Like...
No, I'm talking to
Oh,
Yuki's character.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I thought I was studying shadow magic.
Yeah, but you're a student of the Arcane and you have tomes and shit.
Oh.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just here for a nice ride and looking for something to do. And what's better than keeping this carriage with company? Otherwise,
Yes, well, if you're talking about something to do, that's why I've joined your table, actually. If I bring in all a round of drinks, you'll hear my tale, will you? I may have a a job for a capable lot such as yourself.
Oh, I'm definitely
Yeah,
up for
go
another
ahead.
beer.
Yeah. What are you on, my big chap? Bigger, yes.
Bye. Yeah.
I. Do you kind of drink beer, cat?
We do, but I prefer milk.
Very good, very good. Excuse me for a second then, and I'll bring a round in, and you can give me the time of day to hear about what I have to say. The stranger gets up, waddles. Talk. All of you rolling a perception check. Those at the table.
Might I come back down at some point?
You can come down whenever you want. Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be sat here for ages.
That's the thing. Like it's hard when you're like, it's time for an adventure, and the character like, right, I'm off to bed. You know what I mean?
Remember, I did that in one of
Well,
the
the idea is
things.
I want to, like,
No, Duckies
Yeah.
did that as well. Yeah, I vaguely remember
Which one's perception? Sorry.
that. It's near the bottom.
It's called perception.
Oh yeah, sorry. God, just completely glazed over that.
So let's say you've had a little bit of a rest. What's it? Chuck. You see everyone else at this table. Do you just go and sit down and join them?
yeah, I'm going to say that the walls are really thin and the floor's really thin, so I can hear everyone chatting. And I'm just kind of lying in bed and I just can't get any sleep. So I put my
Yeah.
little frog on the bed, I leave him in the room, and I come back downstairs. So, and I just sit at the table. I don't say anything. Still with my hood up, just sit at the table silently.
As you reach the table, the caravan driver goes, "Oh, Chuck, did you have a good rest? Yeah."
I just go, yeah, under my breath, really quietly. Don't give him any eye contact.
Oh, great. Well, good to hear it. If you'll excuse me, then I'm just off to the loo for a quick whiz. And the caravan driver gets up and leaves, and you can take his seat.
Okay.
Can-
Right. Yeah.
Right. Can you roll me a perception check as well, please?
There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Right. The rest of you are sort of preoccupied with your drinks, with how tired you are, thoughts for what you might do tomorrow when you get to Waterdeep. There's still a large din of conversation, etc. So, you're tired and you're not really paying attention too much to your surroundings. However, Verthia, you notice that the dwarven stranger approaches the bar and he begins talking to the innkeeper. He doesn't serve any drinks or anything like that immediately. They begin chatting between each other. You can't make out any words. You can't lip read. You can see that they're talking to each other for a prolonged amount of time, more than would be necessary for ordering drinks. The stranger points at your table, and the innkeeper sort of nods solemnly. He then goes under the bar and brings out everyone's drinks onto a flat board, and the stranger takes them and begins making his way towards the table. The stranger reaches the table and begins serving everyone's drinks.
I take my drink.
I just take it.
I take my drink
Chuck,
and I hold it up.
saw that you were there at the table and also ordered a flagon of beer for you because he doesn't know that you're drinking water.
Alright, okay. I
I
just pick
take-
it up and put it down.
I'll take the tankard, and just place it in front of me on the table.
I take mine and I hold it up and I say, "Cheers, lads!" And I just bottom it. And I just slam
I
a
still
tankard
have-
bag on the table.
I still have some milk left, so I offer some of the new milk to Chuck since she doesn't drink beer.
Yeah, I just push the beer away slightly, and then I nod at Long and take the milk and take a quick sip as a way to say thank you.
All right. The stranger takes a seat on the end of the table. I see we're joined by one more appearance. And he points his pipe towards Chuck. Are you with them, I assume?
I am, yes. I just like to keep to myself, but I just can't get any sleep. But
Understandable in a place like this. Well, right then, let's get down to business, shall we? You all seem like a competent lot. I may have a job, a quest, if you like. If you're willing to take it for the adventuring sort, if you're at all interested.
I'm always up for a quest.
If the pay is right.
Oh, the pay will be more than substantial. I can tell you that much.
Are there any fascinating items that we could?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. If you're looking for fascinating trinkets and the like, this may be right up your alley.
Oh. My eyes light up and I just nod my head.
Right then, very well. There seems to be a decent amount of interest. Now let me give you a bit of background. My poor wife, she's awfully sick. See, bedridden. We don't know what with. The medicine men say anything from the pox to the plague to rider's saddle, anything. Oh, the whole myriad, but they can't seem to find a definitive diagnosis. Now, my poor wife, I fear she's at death's door, and I've been looking for solutions to fix her ailment, cure her, make her well again, because I do sorely miss her. And I'm worried, you see. So I've done some research around the local area and a bit further afield to see if I can find anything that might fit this description. And I've heard rumours of a village not too far called Oakhurst. Now, this village, apparently, every year at the summer solstice, a tribe of goblins descend from the forest nearby and offer up a piece of fruit for ransom. Little red apple, by all accounts. Now, these goblins, they can demand a hefty price for this little piece of fruit. Last I checked, the rumours were somewhere between 100 and 200 gold pieces for one little fruit paid to this goblin tribe. Now, by all accounts, the residents of Oakhurst keep this awfully hush-hush and secret, but by all accounts, this fruit can heal the sick, cure the diseases of anyone that eats it. Almost sounds too good to be true. Might be some kind of magical artifacts, you see. The townsfolk don't know where these goblins get these fruits, you see. So, long story short, I will pay you a very substantial sum, each of you, if you'll somehow retrieve this piece of fruit from me and bring it back to me so that I can cure my wife's horrible sickness. Any questions at all?
Is it just one piece of fruit that they offer? Because I might be on the same journey as you.
Oh, nice. From the rumours that I've heard, yes, it's one piece of fruit that they sell a year, but no one knows where they get the fruit from. It's got to come from some kind of tree or bush, something like that. So I suppose if you did some deeper delving, you could find the source.
I'm going that way anyway, so I accept.
A fellow researcher, I assume you've heard of the legends of Oakhurst and its magical fruit before, yes?
Yeah, I have my reasons. I lost my family, and I'm trying to save my only friend, my familiar, and I'm on this journey as well.
Right, I see. So, certainly understandable. Very well. Well, your help will be much appreciated, I'm sure. The rest of you, do you accept this quest that I'm posing?
stroking my beard, just thinking about it. And I look at him. Anything for a fellow dwarf.
I'm Merlin Innsbeard. That's the Brotherhood of Dwarf. Slaps you on the back.
Eyes are still really big, and my tail is wiggling as well, and I'm just shaking my head very excitedly.
So is this one fruit enough to save both Chuck Familiar and your wife?
In all honesty, I'm not sure. It could be that merely one bite of the fruit cures disease, or you could have to eat the whole thing. I lack the knowledge on the fourth. But like I said, a competent lot such as yourselves, if you're feeling the call of further adventure, could find the source of the fruit and claim it for yourselves.
Did you say there were goblins who
Yes,
delayed
the
this?
goblins
this
appear to be in the possession of the source of the fruit at this point. Yes, they come down from the forests and sell the piece of fruit to the citizens of Oak.
I hate goblins.
Got some sense, so do I.
The citizens of what? You kind of cut out when that.
Oh, curse, me lad, oh, curse. It's a village not too far from here. I'll mark it on your maps. It's not too far down the Gold Road.
All right.
So do we just follow the caravan that we came here with?
You could do, yes. That caravan driver's been an awful long time in the toilet, hasn't he?
You're right.
Maybe we should check if he's alive still.
Well, it sounds like you're all accepting of the little journey that I've sent you on. I'll have a talk with my sources in Waterdeep, but I can assure you a minimum of 100 gold pieces each if you bring me back a piece of fruit, and I'm sure there'll be further benefactors if you find the source of the fruit and deal with those goblins near Oakhurst. All right, sounds good to me. You can set off in the morning, I suppose, because it's awful weather at the minute, isn't it? Most well, I'll be going then. And with that, the stranger hops off his chair and walks away from the table at quite a brisk pace.
Oh, we forgot to ask his name.
We did.
No,
I
Into this area and heads down the stairs to where the rooms were.
I walk over to the chair he sat in. I just kind of sniffs at it a little bit to see if I can pick up any sense.
Give me a perception check. Okay. So the chair's made of mahogany. You can tell by the way the wood sort of knots. It has the faintest smell of dwarf butt crack sweat. But other than that, nothing much to gain.
Kind of hiss a little bit and then just walk away from the chair.
Well, I suppose we should head upstairs and... Or was it downstairs? I should
Head to our rooms.
head to our rooms and sleep for the night. Hopefully this weather will clear up soon and we can get along in the morning.
Is no one gonna check on the carriage driver?
You're right, the carriage driver. I jump up from my seat and I look around to see where the bathroom is, but I can't see anything because of tall humans.
You can see a sign. You can see a sign that denotes the bathroom, just like heading down here.
What's that?
Take a quick glance and start walking quite briskly towards the toilet.
Yep.
Where is the toilet on here? Okay.
The map isn't perfect, but let's say like the door to the latrines are just here. like at the
Alright.
base of the stairs,
Alright.
The latrine.
like an old-timey toilet.
Okay.
Okay, you look in the first latrine stall, empty. There are 2 more latrine stalls here.
We'll go up to the next one.
Open it.
I knock on the door first.
Oh. No answer.
I open it.
Empty.
I suppose. Third one's the charm. I knock on the door again.
I follow him.
No answer.
I try and open the door.
Well, they're there. I'm just kind of peeking
Yeah.
over the edge here.
Empty.
The carriage driver's gone. Did you see him leave? And I look up to the half-elf.
I'm not sure, but was it a dwarf that was speaking to us before? He seemed awfully quick to get off after mentioning that the carriage driver was nowhere to be seen. I wonder if he has something to do with it.
He did spend an awfully long time talking to the barkeeper. But I didn't sense any...
You didn't notice that, by the way. Only Meg's character.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Can we ask him? Right, we'll ask him.
I didn't
What's
sense
next?
any deception in him, but I am also known for trusting dwarfs.
I see them like not finding the barkeeper, and I just kind of scurry back to the table and sit down again.
I take a brisk walk to the barkeeper and I ask him if he's seen our carriage driver anywhere.
Or back to the
Carriage driver. Yeah, I do remember that you came in with the man. Short, stocky fella. I can't say I've seen him since he headed to the toilets. Did you check?
We have, yes, there's no one in all 3 toilets. We thought you might have something, you might have seen him.
That's very curious. No, I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him at all, actually. That's quite bizarre. Are you sure he hasn't snuck out while you weren't looking or something of the like?
Loyal to us this whole time. He even paid for our drinks.
Aye,
And
you did, yes.
I just let out a sigh and I walk back to the table and just sit down. Look quite annoyed because the carriage driver was the quick pass to get into where I needed to be. What's
Sorry.
Mex's character called?
Berthia.
I asked Berthia if he saw anything or noticed anything.
For the sake of remembering people's character names, you can change your name
Yeah,
at the bottom of the of your webcam picture.
you do it in the
documents on it.
settings.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw the thing Josh posted.
Josh posted. For God's sake. Berthia, long.
Yo, Spunky,
Alright.
what are you doing, dog? You sniffing ass?
Did you see like that? Did you notice anything before with our carriage driver? We can't seem to find him.
I didn't see the carriage driver. I did see that bloody dwarf talking to the barkeep for an awful long time.
Barkeeper says he doesn't know anything.
And I think he knows more than he's letting on.
Just let out another sigh and look at my hands. Unsure of what to do.
I suppose maybe he'll show up tomorrow. Otherwise we'll have to go on foot unless any of you know how to steer a carriage, because I've never...
Have you checked to see if the carriage is outside?
We
Let's
have
do
not.
that now.
That is
Well,
it.
I'm not going out there again. I don't want to get wet.
I'll do it.
That's a job for a dwarf.
Yep. So you head outside of the tavern. To the right of the tavern is where all the stables are, where all the horses and carriages are kept. You can see that it is entirely empty. There
Oh,
isn't a single horse or carriage.
the carriage driver's gone. We have to go on foot tomorrow. I
I could have sworn I saw it when I was outside eating that delicious fish.
I hit back inside to give them the news that the carriage driver's gone. The carriage gone.
Long
Yeah.
did see the carriage. You saw several, actually. A carriage and several horses being stabled. Presumably, other patrons' horses. But the entire stable's empty.
So in the time of the incident of the fish and the mysterious dwarf came and sat with us, the carriage has gone missing.
The fish incident.
And every
I
horse
know that.
with it.
I know that dwarf is up to no good.
Maybe we should tell the other patrons that their horses are missing. And then I walk over and ask someone if they had a horse, if they rode by horseback. I asked these two fellas here.
You approach a table. There are 4 men. A barmaid's just serving them drinks. 4 men just talking, discussing amongst themselves. What do you say, sorry, as you approach?
Excuse me, I've got like quite a posh accent because I was an elf. I was raised by my mum until I was about 12. So I walk over and I'm like, excuse me, fellas, you didn't happen to ride here on horseback and use the stables to keep them overnight?
Oh, no. Sorry, me and my friends here arrived on foot from a nearby village. We did not use any horses. Why? Why did you bring it up?
Because the stables are completely empty. It seems like all the horses are gone. And
That's
the carriages.
awfully curious. Have you talked to Mitchifer about it?
Who?
Mitchifer, the barkeeper.
I'll go over now. I go back to the table first as I want some backup. So I go back and ask everyone if they'll come over with me to ask the barkeeper if he knows anything about this.
I'll go with you, fair lady.
I just nod my head and briskly walk over to
Amy, roll
Right.
1d4, Amy.
one what?
Roll 1d4.
You do slash roll 1d4.
Slash roll 1d. Oh.
Right, you take 3 cringe damage from Amy's. I'm
I was
kidding.
gonna say I'm cringe. I was gonna say absolutely cringe.
Alright, okay, yeah, so as you were.
I walk over to the back.
I don't say anything, but I kind of like slink my way to like follow them. But I'm not like with them. I'm a bit behind them.
I take a look at Weldrod, expecting him to say something.
Barkeep, I'm terribly sorry for inconveniencing you, but have you noticed any patrons leaving? Any that might have stabled their horses outside? Because my friend here seems to have noticed that all the horses and the carriages are gone, and our carriage driver's also missing.
Well, I can answer the first question. Yeah, a few of my regulars come here on horseback from Waterdeep every so often. I can imagine they'd have left and taken their horses with them. Let me just have a quick. Yeah. How many horses do you remember seeing?
I don't.
I look back at Long as he was the last person to see how many horses and carriages were outside.
Kind of sneak up and like just place myself next to them. I seem to recall around 6-7 horses.
Well, we've had more patrons than that leave while you. The place always seems to be busy, though, doesn't it? Well, a few of my regulars, as like I said, come from Waterdeep, come on horseback. I can imagine they left and took their mounts with them, I suppose. As for your caravan driver, I'm sorry, but I really can't help with that. I don't know where he could have gone. Broken out, left through some window and taken the carriage. Maybe he was accosted in the bathrooms and kidnapped. I'm completely clueless on the matter.
That's awfully strange.
It is awfully strange, you're right.
I clutch my holy symbol just a tiny bit harder. And then I'll small.
I
Will
look
that be all
over.
then?
I look over at the two men and I say, we should probably get some rest and think about this tomorrow. We won't be seeing anyone now in the dark and the rain. And I
Right.
make my way over to the stairs.
I'm sure we'll be perfectly fine.
Can I have 3 cringe points now, please?
I mean, yeah, you saved them up. Maybe that was more deserving of the cringe.
I already made another one, but it went under everyone's
No,
radar.
I heard it as well. I love your cat.
You all head to your rooms. You all get into your separate rooms. Up the stairs, there is a large corridor with doors on either side. There's about 10 doors on either side, 20 rooms total. You all take a room that you've been assigned, given a key by the barkeeper, and head to your room. As soon as you go into your room, you feel very sleepy. Straight away, you feel overcome with a sense of comfort and rest. You continue with your evening routine, and as soon as your head hits the pillow, you fall asleep.
I restore my hit points now.
Yes, everyone can. Well, I mean, everyone. You're the only one who did anything.
Yeah, I'm like
Taking damage. Yeah, you are full hit points. It's fine.
I'm just going to nip to the toilet real quick. Only be a second.
Yep.
Yeah, same. While we wait for a
Yeah.
quick break.
Take a
I guess
little.
I'll fucking take a wee then too.
Take maybe even a pooper.
Nah, not again. That's too much.
Sorry.
No worries. Just having a quick read back.
Whew. What's D&D notes for, Hinami?
Notes.
So we can write stuff down.
It's quite handy to have if we need any information written down to remember.
Okay. Crumpet. Still got gravy on her head. She's so happy.
Make Josh lick it off.
Lick gravy off my dog's head. She's so
Gravy?
needy.
You mean like sauce from?
Yeah, like gravy sauce.
I can guarantee you that that Josh has licked gravy off of a worse place than that.
He said probably. Grumpy. You don't even love me, you just love Josh. You go and say hi. Come here. She don't like me picking her up. Come here. I won't pick you up, it upsets you. Do you want a Belvita biscuit? Phone anywhere. I've seen my
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Duckies has got a banana.
Huh?
Oh.
A banana?
Yeah, what food have you acquired?
Bruh, fucking pie. That shit looks disgusting. Wait.
What pie is it?
Ella.
Um,
What you meant to say?
It's
It doesn't
pie
look good.
flavor.
Wait.
Pie flavored paella.
This doesn't look like pie in that lightning. Wait.
Yeah, it looks like
What
paella.
pie is it?
Rhubarb.
Oh yeah, I love rhubarb pie.
Hell yeah.
Rhubarb is horrible.
Rhubarb is
No.
it's like crumble, man.
Crumble, man.
It's like crumble, not a pie.
Oh, like a fruit crumble.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now. I wish I
Ah.
had dinner today.
And Belvita biscuits.
Have you not eaten today, Yuki?
Oh, I fucking hate those. They're
No.
so dry.
And you're drinking.
What?
We
It's
wasted.
a recipe for success.
No. Look, if I drink, I don't eat because too many calories.
What?
What do you drink? Like,
I
if it's
just
like
do broth.
beer.
It's wine, but it's still calories.
Yeah, but it's not that much.
You can still have like a breakfast or a lunch. I understand what you mean, though.
So
Josh?
I'm gonna Google wine calories.
Depends on the
No,
wine,
it's not.
I think. Bruh, what the fuck? Did Karma take a wee or break too?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he was inspired by you.
Whatever that means.
Oh man, I want fucking rhubarb crumble now.
Okay, dinner has like 400 calories and a glass of wine has 100 calories. So 4 glasses of wine is as much energy as a dinner, basically.
Many
Dude,
like
that's a small dinner. My dinners are like fucking 2,000 calories. I'm also fat. And I also only eat dinners.
Every meal of the day is dinner.
I wake up and I eat breakfast, which is like a bowl of cereal. Then I don't eat anything. And then I eat dinner.
breakfast and as soon as I finish eating breakfast, I think about what I'm going to eat for lunch, and then as soon as I finish eating lunch, I don't stop thinking until I have my dinner, and I think about
See-
breakfast the next day.
I would do that if I had anything to do during the day. But I don't.
You know, opposite, like if I have stuff to do, I won't eat, but if I'm just sat at home, I'll just eat until I have a coma, food coma.
Fucking ice cream or something. Didn't have any. Sad. Gamer hours.
Custard, man. You want custard?
Oh, yeah, that too, but we didn't have that. I was gonna make my own, but it doesn't work well with milk-free fucking.
Ah, yeah, I forgot you were milk disabled.
Shit,
Wake up, milk,
what's it even fucking called in English?
intolerance.
Cream. Just
Milk
cream.
Yeah.
protein.
Cream.
Cream.
What is it? What is it in Swedish?
Grädde, brorsan.
Grädde?
Yeah, grädde. Or vispgrädde.
Visp. Grädde.
Yeah, the
Which means
whipped cream.
this is whipped.
Visp.
Visp. Ah.
It's whisk.
Visp buys.
Shut the fucking idiot. I don't understand how you like that word so much.
Gets a pretty cheap laugh out of you.
Yeah, but I laugh because you laugh every time you say bice.
Yeah, I know.
I do be back.
Was cracking.
Welcome back.
Is everyone else here?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yep.
Is Army?
I am here.
he is. He's just he's just reloading snooze.
No, I took it out.
reloading.
You still snoozing it.
No,
Mainlining the fucking snooze.
I took
Wasn't
it out.
your fucking snooze just like the biggest impulse snooze ever, and then it just became a thing for a while? I
Yeah.
don't really remember.
Are you working on your own unique upper gum fucking cavity?
Yeah, I'm gonna start once I'm
Oh my
about.
God.
It's expensive as fuck.
That
What
shit's
do you even do? Do you just put
fucking
it?
shit
Do you just
in
put it
Denmark
there
too.
and just sit there, or do you like suck on it?
No, you
You don't really
take
suck
it.
on it. It just sits there,
there you go.
and you get a big
Yeah, it's there drooling. No, Stina told me and Scully in. I think she's told everyone this story. But she told me and Scully in Amsterdam about a friend of hers who had who used to do so
Yeah.
much that he has a cavity in the middle of his fucking skull.
Oh, that
can,
was that was somebody that Scully works with. It was like one of these roadies or
Oh
whatever.
yeah. I can imagine they both know someone like that because that's how.
I mean,
Scandinavian,
I
isn't
kind of
it?
know like that
and
too.
and he was like putting in like 5 in at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's always those like they put in so
Put him
much.
in the chamber.
Yeah, they don't feel
Fucking
it from
disgusting.
one. So they just fucking take 3 fucking prillor, as we say, and just fucking destroy their entire gums.
And get that fat snooze lipper.
All right, you all went into your rooms.
Yep.
You all
Straight
felt
to
very sleepy. Head hits the pillow, straight to sleep. You wake up. You hear birds. Oh no! Fuck off! That's not even the right song. No, that's not the song. Hang on a second.
Can I add something?
You can add anything.
You can
Oh.
hear the birds from along throughout the fucking floorboards.
It's purring in your
So
sleep.
hard.
You can hear my
Yeah, it was sleeping so hard.
snoring.
Like that.
Hmm?
Like
Yeah. Sounded more like a gag there, kind of. But
there we go.
damn, Max, this rhubarb pie really do be popping though.
You all awake. You can see like the faintest rays of sunlight through the curtains of the window. You can hear birds chirping outside. Below you, the tavern seems quiet. Can't hear anyone speaking or walking. Yeah, you just awaken.
Is your webcam working, by the way, Karma?
Will be in a second.
Okay, sorry. I just didn't know if you had it on or not.
Would any of you like to do anything? Just
Oh,
waking
yeah.
up, you're in bed.
Up and immediately look over to my little frog that's also asleep on the bedside table.
I don't know how to do. How does frogs sound when they're asleep? How does frogs?
He wakes up and he yawns, but when sometimes frogs scream, so when he yawns, he screams. He goes,
Just
dunno.
screams in agony.
"Oh no!"
He goes.
Let me find the video.
I wake up like I've just, like I had a scare. I'm like just moaning and like trying to grab some air. And I had a weird dream. I say to myself, and I sit up on my bed.
Dream about.
That's only for Rod to know.
Oh, okay. Can you DM me it? Can you DM me Rob's dream?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Everyone else just goes about their morning routines and
I
does their
I'm
thing.
a pretty early riser, so I've been up for like a little bit longer.
I mean, it is early. You all wake up at the exact same time, and it is
Okay.
early. You can tell it's early. Like the sun's just coming up.
I'm an early bird, so I just wake up and I go out and I look in the corridor and just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of stand in the corridor for a little bit.
Yeah, the corridor's empty, and it's just you can see the stairs going down to the tavern. You can't hear a thing.
I go downstairs and just kind of, I go to a window and just look out for a bit and just admire.
You go downstairs.
Yeah.
Yep. The tavern's completely empty. Except for the innkeeper. Absent-mindedly washing glasses behind.
I kind of noticed that it's empty, but I don't think much of it because it is early and I think I'm like down there before everyone else, so I just go to a window and just look out. Let's just say the top window, I guess, over here.
Okay, yeah. You see an idyllic forest scene outside the tavern. Roll me a perception check. Long.
Yeah.
A weird feeling washes over you. Something's wrong with the scenery. You can't place it. It doesn't look familiar.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because the last time you saw this place was in the dead of night, pouring with rain, and you're simply seeing different trees and plants and layouts of the landscape than you saw last night. But nevertheless, you look at this, you look at the forest outside, and you can't help but shake the feeling that something just a little bit amiss.
Yeah, so I noticed this and my tail goes like, you know how cats are when they like get scared, kind of, almost, it like fluffens up, I guess.
Yeah.
So I look out with like a little uncertainty and then just try to shrug it off a bit, but I sit down at one of the tables and just kind of wait for my comrades to come downstairs.
I go downstairs as well, holding my holy symbol softly in my hand and just like doing this with my hand, like, oh, I just woke up, it's early. I'm a dwarf. I had a few too many beers last night, I have kind of a headache and I walk downstairs just to see if
Again,
anyone's
you know
awake.
it's entirely empty, except for Long and the.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So,
A little plip, plap, plip, plap, plip, plap, and the little frog jumps down, goes over to where you're both like looking out the window and jumps on the windowsill. And then you turn around and I'm just walking down with like all my stuff packed and my hood up, like ready to go.
I look at the little frog boy, and my eyes kind of like widen because he's an interesting little dude.
And I just look at you and I go, "Don't eat him."
I won't.
And he just jumps
just-
up onto my chest.
Nami, you never went outside like here, right? I'm the only one who came.
no,
from
no,
that direction.
I only went
No.
here
Yeah, I noticed
on the
nothing.
front door.
Nothing seems different.
No, only Long has this strange feeling.
Yeah.
Something seems off. Can't place it. Maybe you're just fooling yourself. Maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you. Maybe you're just seeing the outside landscape in a different light, and it just looks a little bit Maybe
I
that.
genuinely,
Rationalizing in your head, you know?
yeah, I'm trying to do that, but I don't dismiss it fully because I do trust my instincts a lot. But I haven't told them yet. My tail is back to normal now, by the way. Yeah.
The stairs creak heavily underfoot as I come down. I'm rubbing my forehead as, in my bleary-eyed, just woken state, I bang my head on the door frame. These bloody human-sized doors.
Sound like you're about to tell a horror story there for a second.
To me, it went same.
Oh, what race were you again, Max?
He's a furball.
Furball, you're right.
But he looks like how his picture looks.
Yeah, obviously.
So he's a really fucking big dude with like purple pony.
Yeah.
Do I keep cutting out, by the way?
A little bit.
A
At
little.
the end of
Sometimes.
your words.
Just tell me straight away. Tell me straight away, because I need to adjust it.
Yeah, I
So-
try to do it, but if it does, I'll just
should
interrupt
be
you
better
and say. Should I just interrupt you if it does?
Yeah, just interrupt me.
I'm just staring out the window, just looking, just waking up, taking the light in.
Give me a perception check, please.
I keep kind of glancing out the window as well at times, so I can't really shake off the feeling that it feels different.
Rod, you can't shake this feeling that something's unfamiliar about your surroundings. Maybe it's because the last time you saw this landscape it was dark and it was pouring rain, and maybe you're just seeing different things in a new light. But there's just this little tiny inkling of something being run at the back of your brain. It's just clawing like this ain't right. But you can't quite put your finger on why. Everything looks perfectly normal.
Yeah. Just thinking about it, just not saying anything, not trying to make a fuss or anything. I just wanna think about this one.
Out the window as well.
Chuck, give me a perception check.
One sec.
I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but the exact same feeling, the exact same observation, the exact same little niggling feeling that there isn't something quite right.
I look to the other two fellows and I ask, "Does something seem wrong to you?" I just got this weird feeling.
Yeah, me too. I have a weird feeling of this whole situation is odd. I can't put my finger on it.
could be that it was dark outside when I went out there last time, but there's definitely something that doesn't seem quite right.
What do you think, Verthia? Does something seem different outside?
Everything seems normal to me.
Do you take a look outside, Verthia?
I'll take a look though.
Yeah. Perception check, please. Everything's normal. Everything. It's just another lovely sunny day. Approaching summer in Faerun. It's glorious. You don't know what these guys are talking about.
Yep. Everything seems normal to me. You three are just paranoid.
I do trust Verthia. Yeah, I trust him.
Maybe it's just the beers I had. It's messing with my head. I do have a slight headache.
I don't say anything. I just kind of keep glancing out the window.
Where's the, what's her name? Cass, I believe.
No.
I'm just back in my room, and I've got a slight hangover because I'm a small gnome and I had 3 big mugs of beer yesterday. I can't really see anything out the window because the light is so annoying to me. So I just go straight to the bathroom to throw up and drink some water.
From the bathroom?
Yep, you head to one of the latrines, you throw up, and you drink some water from a water skin that you have lying around. And that's it.
I walk up to
And then I go out and meet the rest of you, though, in the hallway.
I try to walk up to the barkeep.
And like shuffle behind you.
I'm sorry,
I keep
my...
glancing out the window.
I'm sorry, my good man. Does anything seem peculiar to you, or is it just us that have this weird feeling?
I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, maybe it's just us then.
How'd you get your token out?
Go to the character sheet, see where your character is, and
Yeah.
then click it and drag it.
It's the barkeeper.
Oh!
Have you seen... Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that.
Like that.
Right.
I already got mine out. I didn't know what I was doing.
I asked the barkeeper if he if any of our if our carriage driver or our carriage has turned up. We really need to get going, and I'm kind of pacing back and forth like I'm in a rush. Impatient.
Can't say I saw that kind of driver, no, now that I think about it. However, that little dwarf fellow that was having a chat with you, he left in the middle of the night. He said that he's left transport for you outside, so you can go check that out if you want.
Do you know him well?
No, I don't even know his name. He just approached me and said he had some kind of proposition for the table over there, which was you lot.
That's interesting. Well,
I got.
thank you, my good man. Thank you for the beers. Thank you for the room, and have a nice day.
Aye, yep, you too. Good luck with whatever that dwarf tasked you with. He said something about you wanting to get off the first light of the next dawn. And that seems to be now, so I don't know what he wants you doing, but it sounded important.
It is important. As I walk out.
I like rush. I don't even say goodbye. I just rush straight out to see what the transport is that he's left us.
Yep. So you head out to the carriage area, and you see 5 very healthy-looking brown steeds, saddled and fed and tied up, ready to take out.
None of them is pony-sized.
No, they're all full big horses. Sorry.
Oh no, they're too big for me.
Maybe
Can
someone
help
can
you
give you a
up.
lift.
Yeah.
I notice everyone walking out and seeing as I don't want to be left behind in this place where something seems wrong. I kind of just follow and kind of glance at the barkeeper as I walk out.
Barkeep just gives a nod.
As I walk out the door, I take a look at the horse and I hope to myself, I hope this bloody thing holds my weight.
Seem very strong and sturdy, so you assume they will. If not, you're an Ancient Ancients Paladin, you can always heal it back to health and then ride it.
While you're riding it, its legs are breaking.
Yeah, it's like, heal! Lay on hands! Just like healing his broken limb.
This horse is
The horse just screaming in pain the entire way.
I walk up to one of the horses and just have a look, and I do a little jump, but I don't get very far because I'm only 4 feet tall. I do a little jump, and I look over to my big pal and say, if you haven't noticed, I have tiny legs. It might not be as tiny as the gnomes, but could you give me a hand?
While you're saying this, the steed that you have chosen goes down to the ground to give you an easier time.
Oh,
My God, I wish horses did that in real life.
Yeah.
Never mind. And I like jump up on its back and like try to maneuver over and I sit on it.
Yep. You sit down. It stands straight back up as you sit down. The saddle's incredibly comfortable. It feels like you've ridden a horse your whole life.
This is weird.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to tossing the dwarf.
I try and like, get it out and like move it.
When the dwarves' horse stands up, the rest of the horses sort of go down to the ground.
Can I perception check these horses because they seem a bit? Can I go over to them and like stroke them and like check out?
Give me an animal handling check.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's rare you get to roll animal handling. This is a fucking rare event.
Oh.
They're just horses. They seem very well trained, healthy. Not much more that you can observe.
My little frog just does a big jump and lands onto the front of the saddle, and I just follow him and just jump up onto the saddle as the horse stands up, and just look round and wait for the rest of them to get on, because I'm still quite impatient to get going.
Seeing as the concept of horses is still a fairly new thing to me, I cautiously walk up to one of the horses and kind of just observe it, sniff a little bit, and then
Sorry.
get on it.
I don't think you can eat this.
Nah, not everything I sniff I want to eat. Like I didn't want to eat the.
I don't know,
fucking
bro. You
dwarf.
set a
You
precedent.
wanted to eat dwarf's ass.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to eat the
Eat the
fucking.
dwarf.
Yeah. That shit wasn't very nice. Yeah,
Yep.
but I
You
eventually get on it.
you mount the steed and it stands up, and you feel very comfortable, very in control.
I walk up to another spare horse, sling my leg over, and say, lean forward and say, "Sorry, sorry, horse." As I bear my weight.
The horse stands up, and you've never felt lighter. It's fully supporting your weight. You feel incredibly comfortable, and the horse is fine.
Oh, this is comfortable. more comfortable than that bloody bed.
Yeah.
I sort of look in amazement at the horse that fucking Virfir is riding on.
I move my horse and start to I don't know what it's called. Walk the horse.
Walk on.
As everyone's leaving, Yuki, does your character get on a horse as well? I assume so.
Yeah, I try and get on it, but I'm a little bit unsure because I've ridden horses before and it's acting a bit strange.
Yeah, it's very calm as you mount it. It rises up, and you feel completely in control. It'll take directions from you effortlessly.
And then
Each
we
of
go
one
out.
of you can roll me a perception check as you're leaving the stables.
Everyone?
Yes.
So much fucking, such high fucking stats. In
You
this
just like
literally.
yeah, everything. Okay,
Like,
Long, you're the only one who notices this, and it adds to your eerie, something's not quite right feeling about this whole situation at the minute. Every horse you notice is pretty much identical. As if they're twins, as if they're copies of each other. Everything, down to the way their muscles contour, the exact colour and length of their manes, the colour of their coat. Everything's eerily similar between these 5 horses.
I don't know, but it seems like these horses are very similar. They're like the same horse.
They're horses, mate.
Yeah, the rest of you are like, they're horses. Like, yeah, they all look similar. They do all look similar to you, but
A horse is a horse.
they all look similar.
I don't care as long as it gets me there, mate. I'm not bothered.
They look in disappointment at the other ones and just kind of look down on the horse again.
I mean, I get what you mean. They're unfamiliar horses, but they do what we want them to, right? So be happy about that.
Classic cat thinking all horses look the same. Yeah, that adds to your kind of creepy vibe. Long.
My tail has gone a bit stiff again.
Regardless, you all know the way to Oakhurst. It's a few miles just off the Gold Road, a diversion road that's like a mud track through the forest, and that's the direction of Oakhurst. You travel through the forest fairly uneventfully. Nothing happens. You see the occasional wild animal on the sides of the path, you know, deers and stags and bears and the like, but they don't bother you. It's just a pretty idyllic ride down until very faintly in the distance you hear people talking, the sound of carriages, and you see smoke just faintly rising off in the distance into the air. You continue approaching, and before you in a valley lies a small town that fits the description of Oakhurst.
Are we above it?
Yes, you are above it. The path sort of winds down a fairly steep cliff edge. Next to you is a river, and there's a waterfall that leads down into the town. But the path's steep, but it's perfectly navigable on your horses.
Carelessly start cantering my horse down the hill, not caring for if it falls. I just want to get to the village as soon as possible. As I noticed that my frog's starting to get tired already, and he's like withering in health. I can't move my icon.
Oh no, okay, no problem at all.
I just
Yeah,
wanna...
just you move. Just don't worry about it.
Okay, right. So I start running down the hill.
Yep.
And I look back as I'm cantering down the hill and like nod at the rest of them to follow.
There you go.
There you are. You
I,
can all move.
I follow
Okay.
closely behind her.
Yes, I'm a bit unnerved by everything. I try and like walk last and kind of look behind me a lot.
Yep.
So I'm a bit uncertain of the situation.
Look at all these pings.
just stop there and take a look around and see what's going on.
There's a few people milling about in what amounts to a village square for something as small and rural as this. There's a few pastures just outside of the main town area that presumably the village used to grow crops, whatever they need. There's a large town hall on a small hill just in the middle of town. And you can assume that a small village like this won't have too many amenities, but it has basic things like a general store and a smithy and stuff like that.
Okay. All right, further along, up the
I'll just
what looks like the main road to me. It's kind of in the town square. And I stop before this big tree.
Yep,
follow
there's a
behind you.
large oak tree in the middle of the village square. You see there are a couple of people with swords at their belts, with basic leather armor, presumably village guards. And there are several people milling about, a few people bringing carriages through the square, hawking wares, stuff like that. It's a quiet, idyllic little forest village. Just over here, you can see that there is a blacksmith, judging from the black smoke that's bellowing out from a chimney. And over down here, there is a large building with a sign outside that says Millie's General Store.
I noticed that my frog is getting quite tired and restless, so I jump off my horse, tie him up to a post, and run into the general store and ask if they know of anywhere to stay later on in the day.
Just a question that's out of character here. Did we know where in this town we're supposed to go? It was just in this town somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's all the dwarf said. It said, the village of Oakhurst gets sold this fruit by the Goblin tribe from the forest, and they get it sold every year, and he wants the fruit.
So
Right.
we're looking for the Goblin tribe comes here to sell goods.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I'll retract
Or
what I've
maybe
just said.
you need to go around town and ask about it, stuff like that.
No. Oh, is this inspired by what's it called? Sorry, Josh. Just it's inspired by a poem. This story that I did a drawing of. Right. I run straight to the general store and I immediately ask them if they've seen the goblin, and I don't even try and hide what I'm there for. I'm like, I need the fruit. I need the fruit. Where's the goblin tribe? Where do they stay?
The fruit. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because we haven't received a shipment. We haven't received a company of the goblins this season. They're normally here by now, but they're taking their sweet time, it seems. I hear the mayor is more concerned with this and may have more information if you're looking for that kind of thing.
Do you know how much it costs?
Did you go into the general store as well?
No.
Well,
Okay.
you have to come in first, Yuki, and ask.
I mean, I follow her into the store.
Right. Okay.
How much? Well, the goblins have been asking for more and more, extorting the village over the past couple of seasons. Recently, it's hit 100 gold pieces per fruit, and the village can only afford one at this rate.
They offer more fruit, and it's just the fact that you can only afford one, or is there only just one fruit that
They have in the past? Yes, they have in the past. They used to bring whole bushels. However, lately they've only been bringing one, because that's they know that that's the only thing that the village can afford.
Okay.
I climb off my horse and squeeze through the door of the general store. I've overheard from outside the conversation. What need could this village have for so many of these magical apples? Surely you can't have that many deathly ill people every year.
You're a big one, aren't you? Sorry, well, it used to be that the mayor would keep inventory and sell them to the highest bidder from Waterdeep and Neverwinter. But it's funny you should mention that, because at the end of every season, it always seems to be that someone gets direly sick in the village. Like clockwork. And we take care of our own, so we give the fruit to them. But the goblins haven't arrived this year, and the citizens are getting a little bit anxious, for lack of a better word.
Who do the goblins sell it to if they don't sell it to this village?
Oh, the goblins, they meet with the mayor, and he arranges the funds and keeps inventory of the fruit.
I push past Vir and I run straight outside and quickly look around for where the mayor's what would they
Town
call it? The
hall.
town square, town hall, where the town hall is.
Big old town hall up on the mountain.
I shout for the rest of the group to follow me, and I run up to the town hall.
I don't sweat
I haven't even
it. I jump off my horse and try and keep up with her, but my tiny legs are not as fast.
How much, out of character, how much gold is 100 gold? Can we actually just afford this and buy it the regular way?
Don't think so.
No. 100 gold's a tidy amount of money.
Okay.
It's like the reward the guy
I think
said he
put
would give
together
us
you
each.
guys have- Put together, you guys have like 30 gold altogether.
What? So the guy would only award us the same amount that the fruit originally cost.
No,
No.
wait. 100
He said
each.
100 gold each.
So that would be a fucking...
So yeah,
weird.
you catch on clearly that dwarf's willing to pay an absolute premium for this kind of thing.
I asked the general storekeeper, do you not think it's slightly strange and coincidental that people get sick about the time you need to buy this fruit?
Well, I suppose looking at it that way, it is rather odd, isn't it? Yes, but I haven't really thought about it all that much.
It's these bloody goblins. They're always up to no good.
Ah, yes, they are. Yes. This village, ever since it was settled, has had problems with that tribe. I'm just glad that they're not as stabby pointy as they used to be.
Have you been at war with the goblins?
I wouldn't say at war, but they have raided the outskirts of the village now and then, and we've had to repel them, which is why we have a guard force in the first place.
I haven't even gone off my horse, and I just see... Who was it? It was just Chuck and
Chuck, yeah.
Rod. Just Rod. Go up there. So I just kind of quickly jump off my horse and follow without really saying anything.
I noticed that we're 2 men down, so I turn around and shout for them to come after us, like so loud that they would hear me in the general store. It's quite obvious that I'm getting quite impatient.
I stoop back out the door of the general store and make my way over to the town hall.
So yeah, the town hall's fairly open. There's a reception sort of area with an oak table at the back, and there's a man absent-mindedly scribbling notes onto a piece of parchment. He looks up at you and just goes back to work.
I say to him, "Excuse me, sir. You don't happen to know where the mayor is? I'd like to have a word with him."
Oh yes, of course. He's in his office at the minute, but he's busy at work. Do you have an appointment by any chance?
No, but it's quite urgent. I'll give you any amount of money that you need. I need to see him straight away. I look down at my frog, and he's starting to look extremely ill.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
Right, okay. Where am I?
Need a bit more. There we are. Well, yes, you seem awfully in a hurry, but the mayor is dealing with official business at the minute. I can pencil you into for tomorrow if that's okay.
I look over at Wellrod, looking quite disgruntled and looking over for him for a hand, but too proud to ask for one.
My dwarven friend, do you have business here?
Oh, I'm with her. I think I'm accompanying her now. I step back. Kind of for some reason I got really shy.
I'm sorry, you don't have an appointment either?
No, I don't have an appointment either. I'm just with her. But we would really like to speak with the mayor.
I'm terribly sorry, but the mayor's on official business.
I've heard them talk, so I kind of go up to them, and I also talk to the most like a guard.
It's a receptionist.
Yeah, it's a receptionist.
It's like a dude in like a double and a sort of red feather cap, just idly writing on parchment, like sort of half paying attention to you.
I'm sorry, sir, but we're on an urgent mission as well, and we would really like to see the mayor, and we would be willing to pay them the hand or something if you could let us see him right now.
The township isn't accepting bribes at the minute. What important mission?
We're looking for. I just chip in. We're looking for a fruit.
The fruit, you say?
Aye.
I see. Very well. I will inform the mayor at once of your urgent need to meet with him. The receptionist gets up and goes into the door to his left. Walks in, shuts it behind him. A few moments pass, and he comes out, peeks his head out. Yes, Mr. Lang will see you now.
Like
Aye.
briskly walk past everyone. Don't say any thank you or anything like that. I just walk past them straight away and go straight in.
Thank you, sir. And I follow her.
Okay, great. Does everyone else follow in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Right,
say the mayor's name was Mr. Lang?
Mr. Lang, yes.
Lang as in, yeah. Okay.
So you enter through the door, and you walk into this sort of really nice, cozy office. There's a fireplace burning to the left. It's all made of like nice oak and mahogany woodwork. There's a nice like red carpet laid out on the floor, and at the back end there is a large desk, and behind the desk is a very broad, plump, balding man with a large moustache. He has many books and parchment all around him. But as you walk in, he looks up at you. Ah, yes. The adventurers. You're here for the fruit, yes?
Aye, sir.
Oh, excellent. Mr. Thompson, do leave us, please. This is private township matters. The receptionist nods and leaves. Please take a seat. And he points to several chairs that are on the sides of the room.
I like pipe up as I'm sitting down. So do you know of the dwarf that tasked us with this mission?
Dwarf? No, I don't leave Oakhurst many much, but I only know the dwarves that pass through here, the trading cameras. Did you happen to catch a name?
Remember his name?
We didn't get
I
his
don't
name.
think we did.
No, we didn't get his name. We didn't get his name, so
I'm afraid I can't help you on that matter then. Regardless, you're here for the fruit, yes? It just so happens that there is some rather dire town business that you could help me with if you are so inclined.
I look over at the rest of the group for an answer.
What kind of town business? We are in a hurry, but we might be able to help.
It concerns the fruit.
It concerns the fruit.
See,
Well, perfect.
The goblin tribe that normally supply us with their generous product has not arrived down from the forest in quite some time this season. The village is getting restless, and I was just looking to hire a group of capable adventuring types to see if they could know what's going on in regards to the goblins holding off on their fruit delivery.
I look around and say, I think we're quite capable. We have all sorts of people. We are experienced.
Are the goblins hostile if we visit them?
Oh, quite, yes. They aren't the most polite people that I've met in my time. They will engage you in territorial dispute, shall I say.
Do you know where they're located?
Yes, it's just out of the west road of the village, about a mile away into the forest. They normally hang around the ruins of an ancient elven citadel of some kind. You'd have to ask the more archaeology-minded for more details on that front. But then they make the forest their home. They don't bother us, and we don't bother them mostly these days.
I just look round at the rest of the group.
Oh, I'm in. Any chance to smash a goblin, I'm in.
I
You
do
just
like
hate
that.
everyone, Max.
No, just goblins and dwarves. Anything short.
Okay. So gnomes too.
Yeah.
Literally anything shorter than him, so it's just everything. I look up at my big friend here and I say, I could watch a goblin get smashed.
Sorry.
Go on, you first.
My frog lets out a scream of pain. I look down and he seems to be like, I don't know how a frog would show pain. Like he's kind of like his face is all
Can you show
contorted.
everyone what a frog sounds like when they're in pain?
I don't know, just goes.
He
He looks up and he goes, I think I posted in D&D notes. He does that face. He's like, ah. And I look down and
This hurts.
and he's gone quite pale, and it kind of pushes me to run out the door as quickly as possible to find someone that has some form of map and knows the archaeology of the where we need to go. And I just look back at everyone else and go, come on then, and rush out the door.
Your friend appears to be in a hurry, but there is another wrinkle to the tale.
I'm already
You see-
gone, so
Yeah, you're not hearing this. You're out.
Yeah.
You see, we sent two warrior types, if you like, from the village to investigate this last week. They were the son and daughter of our blacksmith, Talgan Hercule, and they haven't returned. And he's getting awfully worried about their whereabouts. He's posted a reward if they're returned alive, 250 gold pieces. And if you find their signet ring that they always wore, he will offer 125 gold pieces for the return of those. I can't say I'm particularly optimistic about their chances out there. They were capable fighters, but hardly a match for the entire Goblin tribe. I tried to warn them from going out so recklessly, but they did not listen. So yes, if you find them, or heaven forbid their remains, please return them or their signet rings to the Hercules. They man the blacksmith. I'm sure that they will be most grateful.
I just kind of nod my head and don't really say much.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say to that.
Really good. Well, there you are then. Investigate the goblin tribes and see why they're withholding fruit, and if you can, find the Hercule children. Oh, very well done. It appears you've got everything you need. Is that all?
I believe so.
Very good. Right. I've got a field business to attend to. Tatty bye then. And he goes back to scribbling on a ledger that's in front of him.
I walk out the door.
Yeah. Sorry, I spaced out for a little bit. Yeah, I walk out too, and I haven't really said anything.
Our
Look,
horse
you're
is
still
still here.
You were like maths, fucking all around you doing equations and shit.
Nah, I'm
You were,
still
plugged into the mainframe.
like still kind of uncertain. This feeling is still tickling my yeah.
Let's go west then and look for the Goblin Gang.
Goblin gang.
Goblin gang. All right, cool. So you're venturing out along the west road.
Right. Sorry, I was just talking to Josh. So I was stood outside when you were talking about the crinkle and the story that I missed. And where are you now? Have I like missed a bit too much, or?
No. Essentially, the mayor told them that last week, the blacksmith's son and daughter left to do the same quest that you're doing to figure out, like, investigate the Goblin tribe and figure out where the fruit is. That was last week, and they haven't returned. The blacksmith is really worried about them, and he's offering a 250 gold piece reward if they're returned alive. And if you find their remains, they have rings, signet rings that they wear, and he will offer half the reward for the return of the rings.
Okay. So, so is that the bit that we're up to?
Yep.
So I'm just waiting outside for them to come back out, just like impatiently, like just on my horse, pacing back and forth.
I think it's... Should we talk to the blacksmith, or should we just head out and look for these goblins? We could also get some more information about these ruins that these goblins are hanging around in. If you want, it might be good to have some information before we venture in.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea because we might just be wasting our time, and it'll be a waste of time just walking around not knowing where we're going. And then I like impatiently ask, where do we need to go? Like, where is the archaeologist of the town? And I look over at everyone else.
I don't know. I suppose we could ask the guards, perhaps.
Yeah, so I look over
Think-
for a guard.
We should probably talk to the blacksmith because it was his children, so he should know where they went.
What is this about the children?
Oh yeah. So
You don't have to tell me. You can just like sit.
yeah.
what you told
Well,
me.
I tell you what happened.
Okay. I kind of sigh like in annoyance, but then I remember losing my family and I nod and say, yeah, we should go speak to the blacksmith.
Let's get in some information before we venture out on this great adventure.
I just go to the guards and ask around a bit about where the blacksmith is.
I look up and I see like the bellowing smoke coming out the chimney. And I say, maybe it's here. And
Yeah,
I kind of
the guard just sort of points to the billowing smoke. Yeah, the blacksmith's just in the smithy. She appears to be at work at the minute.
I just leave.
It's not.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like ride quite like impatiently towards the blacksmith and don't even knock, just swing open the door.
Yep. You swing it open, and it's a large smithy, bellows and various weapons all strewn about the walls. And in the center there is a large anvil, and there is a woman, middle-aged, with her hair tied back in a bun, hammering a sword on the anvil. She looks up at you. Yes, dearie?
I don't, even though I've kind of got a grasp of the story, I don't quite know properly. So I turn around and look at the rest of my group to ask and explain why they're here.
So I'm just following some. I look at her. Yes, sorry, ma'am. We heard from the mayor that your son and daughter went out to the goblins, and we came to get some information as we will be heading out ourselves, and we will be looking for them.
Yes, they went last week, and we haven't heard anything from them since. I'm holding on to hope that they're alive, camped out in the forest somewhere, but Brandon, my husband, he's lost hope. He's awfully despondent on the matter. Me and Brandon used to be adventurers. We can give you some kind of information about the layout of the land and where we think the goblin tribes may be inhabiting.
That would be great information.
Yes, well, the scholar, there is a large elven ruin out to the west here. The scholars in the more large cities refer to it as the Sunless Citadel. By all accounts, it was built long ago by elves that have since left the region from Mirkwood, around the site of an ancient vampire that was slain in combat by an elven hero. By all accounts, the stake that he drove through the ancient vampire's heart sprouted into some kind of large magical tree. Me and Brandon theorize that is the ultimate source of the fruit the goblin tribe extort the village for every year.
Why do the goblin hold sway over the tree?
They've inhabited the ruins and have laid claim to the ruins and the lands around them. No one's kicked them out, unfortunately.
Maybe it's about time someone does.
I wholeheartedly agree, my large friend. I wholeheartedly agree.
Thank you for the information, ma'am. Do you know of any archaeologists or anyone who can give us a layout of these ruins or any ancient information by any chance?
Me and Brandon are the only ones that have been near the ruins in the village. We would be the most knowledgeable on the matter. All I can say is be cautious. Goblins are smarter than they look, and they're fond of laying traps and ambushing their victims. Stay on your guard and you should be fine. You all seem rather capable, and you'll be able to defeat goblins in hand-to-hand combat, but just be wary. And as you descend into the ruins, if that's where you're headed, perhaps bring a light source with you of some kind. It gets awfully dark down there. The goblins can see in the dark, quite unlike us.
Oh my god.
Thank you, ma'am.
I can see in the dark too.
So can I, kinda. Not that well, but I can kind of see in the dark.
Do have a lantern in my backpack.
I have that spell that
Okay.
casts light. I'm not sure what it's called again.
Light.
I believe it is called light.
Yeah, just cast torches along a path, right? Okay. I do have a spell that will help us with that. Could you possibly point us in the right direction and we'll be on our way?
Yes, you head out of the village along the west road, follow the path for about a mile, and then it will fork when it gets to two large rock formations. If you head to the left on the southern fork, it will lead you to a ravine. You rappel with a rope down the ravine, and there is a chamber at the bottom. That will then lead you down into the ruins.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rappelling.
I hope that we can find your children and bring them home safely.
Wait for you to say one, mum. Thank you, mum. Because you keep saying it. Yes. I hope so as well. I do worry for their safety.
Is there no way down without rappelling?
Imagine perhaps there could be some kind of magic that you could use, or could just go sliding down and hope for the best. But the ravine is quite deep.
Do you have any rope we perhaps could use? So maybe the general store will have some rope.
Yes, I have a length of rope that I could lend you. I will say that like all of you have rope.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
shit.
gonna say.
Yeah,
You already have it.
That's right.
But yeah, she brings out a coil of rope and just hands it to Rod.
So this is a one-way trip, because I don't think we're able to get up again if we rappel down a hole.
You could find the entrance again and climb the rope back up if you tie it to something sturdy.
Maybe we can get the answer from the goblins if we manage to sway them with kindness or
Sorry.
kindness.
Yes,
being a
indeed.
pacifist.
Well, I guess. Can anyone of us be a goblin though? I don't think we can.
They're somehow selling the fruit to these humans. And so
That's true.
perhaps these are some intellectually goblins.
Full goblins.
Perhaps goblins are intellectually. They do be like that.
Unlike myself.
They can be intellectual, though. Well, there's no time to waste, and I kind of like nod at the blacksmith and run out of the smith and run towards my horse. Not even looking back at this point. I look down and my frog is still in a lot of pain. I turn around and I kind of have like a little tear running down my face. I'm like getting all emotional about it.
Oh.
My little frog. I kind of say in a hushed voice, let's go. And yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for the information. We will be seeing you soon. As I walk out to my
With
horse.
your children safe and sound, I add before going out.
Thank you. Best of luck to you all.
I just go out and get on the horse too.
It's mommy horse.
All right. Mammy horse or mammy horse?
I remount my horse.
Mount me horse. Mummy horse. Ah, yes,
Good thing
mummy.
they got onto that.
Mummy horse.
Get off my horse.
Aw.
Good thing no one caught on to that one, Karma.
Yeah, that's just between me and you.
Prefer...
Right, very well. So you head out. Where's the
What time of the
forest
day? Is it?
Let's go.
What time of the day is it right now? Is it like
It's like
midday?
the afternoon. It's like just coming up to the afternoon. Bear in mind, you left at like 5 in the morning, just as the
Yeah, exactly. No, that's why I asked.
It's like just coming up to midday. You got plenty of daylight left.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you head out of town by the west road. You follow the path. It becomes increasingly less sort of orderly, and like there's leaves everywhere, and it's like mud. It becomes just a regular mud path through the forest. You follow it for around a mile, and finally you reach a fork in the road. that looks similar to the fork that you were told about by the blacksmith.
Being as we're in unexplored territory, my tail starts to wiggle and my eyes start to what is it called?
Wiggle.
Open up.
Dilate.
Not my eyes.
Dilate.
Dilate, yeah, and I just look around a lot and kind of forget about the whole eeriness of the situation I felt earlier.
Well, this seems like the folk the old lady told us about. We're supposed to look for 2 large rock formations. So I look around for...
Yeah, as you head further, you see the telltale rock formations that the smith told you about. As you head to here, you see in front of you, blocking the road, there is a dead horse laid across the path, side down, along with a broken down carriage.
Can I, I'm sure it's actually nothing, but can I do like a perception check on that bush? Because it looks different.
Yeah, sure, go
You
for
can
it.
sniff the bush.
I mean, I'm not gonna go over there and sniff the bush. I just want to look at it for a bit.
It do be vibing.
Oh no!
It's just a bush vibing.
I misclicked. I went out of the session.
Oh no.
That bush has just kicked him out. That bush is still
That
in
is
the
the
campaign.
plot.
Yeah.
I dismount my horse here
Okay.
and take a few steps closer to the carriage. Not getting too close.
Okay.
Oh,
You can't see any details.
how old is this horse? Like, how many days has it been lying dead?
What would that be? Roll me investigation.
Aha.
Would that not also be under animal handling?
No, because it's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, but like,
Is it that
It's a difference-
I guess.
there is a very key difference between a doctor and a coroner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
You can't really give any specific information. The rot has set in a little bit. It's maybe been dead for a couple of days.
Oh, so it's rotten. So it's okay.
Yep.
Okay, there goes our dinner plans.
Oh my god.
Eat a horse.
Can I do a perception test or an investigation roll on the actual carriage itself?
Yeah, go for it. Investigation check.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay, all you can tell is that it's broken down, and it has been entirely looted. It's completely empty. Rod,
Yes.
what's your AC?
If I have my shield out, it's 18.
Do you have your shield out?
I usually do, yeah. I always kind of have it on at my side, yes.
Okay, great. As everyone begins closing in on the horse and carriage, inspecting it, you hear a slight rustle of leaves to your right. Before you can react, an arrow zips through the air and glances off your shield, barely avoiding your neck. As from the undergrowth emerge several goblins. The trap's been set. Everyone please
Oh
roll
yeah,
it.
that was a trap.
Idiots.
Oh, Hinam, you're fucking raging to go.
I fucking stood there rock hard.
How do
Did
I
I
roll
not-
a fucking
Did I not click
7?
my... I did click my token door. I'm mad.
Yeah, you did.
Is it in? Oh yeah, it's in.
Oh no, you didn't.
Is that me? No, I didn't. Is it in?
Do now.
Oh well, I'll just do it again then. What's my
So do I
lucky
roll
rolls of the day?
Yeah.
Where's initiative? Where's at the top of it? Right.
Dark is done. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's like actually the best D&D combat music.
Fuck. This is such. I did not expect that game to have this kind of music.
Great. Weldrod begins combat. 7 goblins begin descending from both sides of the road. Some of them have makeshift swords and hatchets. Others have bows, and they're all screaming and yelping at each other in goblinoid, like fucking screaming, like all that business. Descending down on you from either side of the road. Weldrod, you're up first.
Yes, I immediately see the situation and I cast my first spell, Shield of Faith, on Long. If he's willing.
If he's willing.
Yeah.
Great, okay, Long, you feel empowered, and a golden glow surrounds you. You gain +2 to your racing.
I don't think there's much I can do to stop it, to be fair.
No, you just get it, dude. You don't have a choice. Casting my spell, I hold out my holy symbol and I do like a punching movement in the air, like, and some holy glimmer comes out after pumping in the air.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Yes. You're not going to move or take a regular action?
No, I'm staying here where I am. I'm in a good spot.
Okay. Sure. Chuck, it's your turn. The goblins are descending upon you.
So I'm just reading now. Grease, you need components, right? You need...
Yeah, you do. In my games, I ignore components. Components don't exist. You can just cast the spell.
So are they long range? Are they close to us yet, or are they kind of still quite far away?
What's the range of Grease?
60 foot.
Yeah, you can easily reach them. They're about 20 feet away.
Is it like a? I don't know. I'll just cast Grease. I don't know how to do that.
I do believe it's an AoE.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is it like AoE?
Yeah, 10 foot square. 10 foot square.
Right. Okay. So. I cast it towards the 4 on our right.
Yep. You'll want to just click Grease so that the effect shows up in the chat box. Like Grease, like the spell. There you go. Where are you casting it? Can you ping where are you casting it?
How do I do that?
Just hold left mouse button.
Hold down your cursor. Like that.
In the middle of... No, ignore that. In the middle. Right there.
So... That's your Grease.
Yeah.
Square. Great. Great, so both those goblins have to succeed on dexterity saving throws or fall prone. What's your spell save DC? It should stay in the top right of your spells tab in your sheet.
Me?
Yeah.
13.
13. So one fails. And the other fails. Right, they both fail. So how do you cast it? What happens when you cast Grease? Describe it.
I quickly turn round and I... So is it something that would come out of my staff? So it's like a...
Could be a staff, could be your hand, could be anything.
I have a staff, so I turn round, I clutch my frog in one hand and I quickly turn around and I cast it towards them. Scowling at them.
This globule of yellow, green, brown fat
splashes it onto the floor.
Shoots through the air and explodes and coats the entire floor with this yellow, disgusting, mucusy, fucking adipose material. Both of the goblins just immediately fall down and deck it. They've fallen prone. The other ones sort of look to their comrades and then look back at you, sort of half angry and half sort of, oh fuck, okay, they mean business.
Which ones? Is it the ones in the
The ones in
thing?
the AoE, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, is that your turn? Great. Long, it's you. What do you want to do?
I dash behind this little bush here, so they can't really see me.
Yep.
And I take out my bow, and I attack the one that's kind of coming from the back here.
Go for it.
Do I get sneak on that? Because I'm like shooting from the bush.
No, because it would have already seen you. You haven't sneaked up onto it. That's where
Okay.
sneak attack comes in.
Okay.
Oh, yes! That's a crit. Roll damage. Right, cool. The arrow flies through the air and hits true, straight skewering the goblin's temple. Bits of braid matter fly out the other end, and he goes limp and falls to the ground in a heap, dead.
I'm done.
At the sight of this goblin here, his teeth begin chattering. He like looks to one side then the other, drops his weapon, and climbs up the rock face and flees. So he's done. This ain't worth it. He's out. You scared him off. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Yep. Verthia.
There's nothing else I can do, right?
These
Not really, other than move more.
these bolts, are they climbing down the rock face?
Yeah, they're all sort of jumping, rappelling down the rock face.
Okay. So I'll step to this back one.
Yep.
And get ready, take my maul, and ready to swing upwards as he jumps down.
Alright, yeah, roll me an attack then, please.
It's in the middle of your character sheet. Yeah, middle.
Yeah, it's right just under where it says hit dice. Just above your inventory. It should say maul. You just want to click on the word.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Great, you hit. To roll damage, you click on the word maul in the chat box. There you go. Great, yep. So this goblin, he has the sort of a makeshift rusty scimitar, and he's like sliding down the cliff. And he's sliding down, and as he's sliding down, you take a position at the bottom of the cliff and like lift up your maul as if you're gonna golf swing him. He wants to stop, but he can't. The momentum's too much, and he's sliding down towards you. And with a mighty swing, you fucking tee off his head, and it goes flying into the wilderness, and he drops dead.
Pog.
So yeah, there's like a goblin head lying around here or something.
I'll save that for later.
Yep. So yeah, you got a hole in one on that one. Right, it's the goblin's turn. Right, these two in the grease have to make dex saving throws in order to get up again. Otherwise, they're stuck on their butts this turn.
Help, I've fallen and can't get up.
That's a fail. Literally, yeah. They're all like arthritic. And the other one crits, so he gets to stand up and move out of the grease. So that makes 3 goblins that are going to be attacking. There we go. This one pulls out a short bow and attacks Rod, because he's the most immediate target. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay, great. He lets out another volley of arrows, but you successfully parry them with your shield. This one is going to get to the bottom of the cliff and is slightly intimidated by the fact that you've just casually decapitated the other goblin. But he manages to get to the bottom and get to his feet, pulls out a rusty hatchet and tries to attack you, Verthia, with it. Does an 11 hit?
What am I looking at? My armor.
Against your AC armor class, yeah.
16.
Yep, so it doesn't hit. So yeah, he tries to attack you, but you manage to dodge it and glance off his blows. And finally, this goblin is taking position at the top of the rock formation. He's gonna knock an arrow and fire at the little gnome girl down here. Does a 12 hit? Yuki?
I'm not sure. Armor class 11.
Yeah, so a 12 does hit. So it knocks an arrow, fires, and it goes through your shoulder. You take 4 piercing damage from the arrow.
4.
Yeah, 4. And when the arrow hits its target, the goblin sort of does a little dance and celebrates himself at the top of the cliff. Very happy with himself. Carter, your turn.
I obviously get a little bit upset, like, what the fuck? I haven't even done anything. And then I do a little counter attack. Can I do the bonus action as well as the regular action?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I cast Hex on this creature first.
Okay.
So it says that I get 1d6 extra damage. And then I cast an Eldritch Blast on that.
Okay,
Wait.
great.
Oh, it doesn't
so, yeah.
actually roll.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I will change that for you, so that it does roll as an attack. Where is it? There it is. It's an option that you have to tick. Give me a sec. Sorry. Don't change anything. There we go. Right. Click it again. 6 unfortunately misses. But the goblin is still hexed. You can't use. You can't do 2 attacks. You can only get 1 attack per turn. Yeah, unfortunate. But your blast misses, but it's still hexed. It sort of like dodges your blast as it comes up, and then sort of puts his tongue out and blows a raspberry at you. As he dodges your blast. Rod, it's your turn once again.
I run past the gnome, stand in front of her with my big shield, and let me just see here. And I cast resistance on her.
All right, great. Carter, what saving throw would you like to? Oh, actually, no, never mind. You can just do it when you roll the saving throw. It's okay. All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn, yes.
Great. Chuck, you back up. A few goblins have been slain here and there, but they're still coming at you.
So this one's hexed here, this one.
That one's hexed, yeah. But only the warlock does the extra damage to it.
Right. I'll cast Firebolt to this one. Do I have the range to cast it to that one?
Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Okay, so how do I roll?
Unfortunately, that's a miss. You try to take aim, but it's hard to it's hard to get a clear target when Verfi is stood there as well. So you cast it, but it flies off to the right and hits a tree and sort of burns it up. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I can just move, right? I can't do anything else.
Yeah, you can move. Or cast a bonus action, I suppose, but I don't know if you have any spells that are bonus actions.
How would I know it's a bonus action?
It should tell you. Give me a sec, I'll double check. See if you do.
I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do.
Nah, you don't have any, unfortunately.
It's not.
Alright,
Right.
Okay. Long, you back up.
Yeah, I kind of jump in the bush a little bit, and then just kind of poke my head out, looking at.
You enter into this area.
Oh wait, no, that's. Oh yeah, no wait, no, I don't, because that's the fucking. I thought that was just marked. Yeah, no, so I just peek out here instead, and fire at the one currently.
Okay, since he's prone, in the middle of the grease, you get disadvantage on ranged attacks.
So I get disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yes. You get advantage on melee attacks on things that are prone, and disadvantage on range attacks on things that are prone.
Smaller target, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's laid flat down on the ground.
I guess.
10, unfortunately, does not hit. It goes soaring over the goblin's prone body as he's struggling to get back up. But you just
If I
missed the mark.
move in this area, I'll have to do like. I can also just fall in the fucking
Yes,
grease, right? Yeah.
yes.
I move back behind the bush and stay there. I'm done.
Okay. Verthia, your turn.
I move to this goblin.
Yep.
And I take my mighty hammer in both hands with the heel of the handle and bring it up above my head
Right.
to smash this goblin.
Yeah. Roll me an attack, please. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Oh, you're so good.
Should just go on a fucking
Yeah,
golden
just
run.
Going ham. Bear in mind, Nick did the first 2 rolls he ever did in D&D in this session. The first 2 rolls he did were critical fails.
I mean,
He literally tried to intimidate someone and they laughed at him. So he does kind of deserve good rolls now, right?
I mean, he got. Oh wow, yeah, he got 21.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Verthia, you just want to lift the maul above your head and then bring it down on him?
Yeah, you know, like I'm chopping a log, but with a fucking massive. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. Your weapon hits true, and you hit the goblin's cranium, and you fucking flatten him like a pancake, and he just falls in a heap to the ground. Brains and fucking bits of skull fly everywhere, and he is definitely dead.
Nice.
Some of you spy the bow-wielding goblin at the top of the cliff, sort of looking over and like cringing. Speaking of which, it's the goblin's turn yet again. This guy is gonna attack. He's gonna shake off the sight of seeing 2 of his friends get fucking beheaded. He's gonna knock an arrow and fire it once again at the little dwarf over here. Does a 16 hit?
No, not with my shield up.
Alright, okay, yep. It's a very, like, sort of true, straight arrow, but it hits straight into his shield and goes and, like, bounces off it. So, you know, shield worth its weight in gold. This goblin, again, is going to try and fucking get up out of the grease. It fails. It is just, like, laid there in its own filth at this point. Just fucking someone opened a McDonald's in the middle of the forest, and it's just in the middle of the fryer. And this guy is going to knock an arrow and fire it at the woman down here, Chuck. That's 23. I know that hits. And that's 4 damage that you take.
So how do I know?
Your AC won't be 23.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Basically, it rolls an attack, and it has to beat your armor class, which is just above your hit points. Your armor class is 11, so yeah, it hits. You take 4 damage as the arrow flies through the air and hits you.
Just edit the hit point thing.
For hit points, and then don't put 4.
Yep. Fuck me, dude. I just want to play the fucking combat music on a loop and groovy. Won't let me.
be
Yeah. Okay.
there. Karma.
What's that, sorry?
Just do the fucking command lighted animal loop.
Oh! It only loops the current track. For some reason, when I did it, it looped the queue. Great. Okay, that's the Goblins Turn. Casa, it's your turn again.
I actually don't know.
So I attack this goblin down here again. It's still hexed, right?
This one, yeah, it's still hexed. That's a hit. Please roll damage.
Okay. Does it do 1d6 extra damage?
Yep, 1d6 extra. Your damage isn't showing.
My damage isn't showing.
Nope. Give me a sec, I'll have a look. Yeah, for some reason it didn't enter the damage. Force damage. There we go. Right, roll the damage again. You'll take the previous hit. There we go.
Okay.
Right, 4 force, and then roll an extra d6. Total of 7 damage, great. Okay, what does your Eldritch Blast look like as you cast it?
I have no idea how it looks.
It can look like anything. It's an Eldritch...
I don't know
Eldritch
what
Blast is like
means.
your... It's
Okay.
like your own personal attack spell. You can make it look
Okay.
however you want. Whatever colour, effect, anything.
Okay, it's a very red sort of plasma blob that kind of flies to the target with some bubbles coming after it, and then it kind of explodes inside of the target, and you see the target's eyes just glow red after I hit it because it's melted from the inside.
Alright, okay. Okay, cool, yeah. Do you just look at the wine glass on your table and be like, it's a red bubbling blob? Right, okay, great, yep. You hit it with your Eldritch Blast. It gets splashed by this like red energy. And it glows red, and the eyes glow red, and it goes perfectly stiff, and then slowly falls backward, dead.
I have a lot of HP, do they?
Well, you know, they only be little goblins.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right, Rod, your turn.
I have to think a little bit. I run over in front of Casa and next to Long here, and I kind of kneel. I don't have to kneel, I'm a fucking dwarf. I stand there with my big shield, and I just hold it up and try and protect not Casa, sorry, Amy, whatever her name is.
Chuck.
Chuck.
Sure.
Chuck, yeah. Just trying to protect
Chuck
Chuck from any.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, it's just I looked down and I saw Luki's name.
That's like seeing a fucking join the D&D character and a character's called like Dave or like Tim.
and I just hold my shield up and try and protect Chuck from any incoming damage in front of her.
Okay,
I'll
great.
be next to Long, and that's my action.
Right now.
It is Chuck's turn. You've got an arrow sticking out of you, but you still got your senses. You're still ready to go.
Not even flinching. I just check to see if the little frog's okay. Like I'm kind of like forgetting about the pain in myself. I look down to see if he's okay.
Gives you a little
he's fine.
thumbs up.
Yeah, he's like looking. He goes like that with his little sticky thumbs.
Yep.
And I cast what is it? Poison dart. Let me find it. Is that what it's called? Poison spray. I cast poison spray. Do I have the range to hit this guy in the
Yes, 100%.
So I cast poison spray.
DC 13 con save. Right, let me roll for.
There's no disadvantage to that one, right?
No, because it's a saving throw rather than attack. That's the difference. There's no attack roll.
Yeah, I mean it's like a spray, so it wouldn't be like you don't have to
Yeah.
like aim it like at this specific.
It
case.
succeeds. The poison washes over it, but it doesn't seem to take any kind of effect, unfortunately.
Oh,
It
okay.
resists the poison's effects. Would you like to do anything else?
I kind of move closer to Wellrod and I put my like hand on his shoulder and I'm like, thank you. That's all I do.
Thank you, defender of women.
My wide knight.
Alright, Long, you're up.
Long. It's so funny.
Long rod.
Yeah. Being frustrated at missing my shot, I now jump in the bush and go into this area in the grease. Do I have to roll something for that? A dex save, I think, right?
Yeah, you need to make a dex save in order to not fall in your hands.
How do I... How?
There you go. Easy. You're a cat. You know, you got cat feline reflexes and agility. You just stand up, no big deal.
Can I just keep moving then, like go
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
him?
you can just keep moving.
Yeah, so I like kind of use the grease to slide, and fucking take out my rapier and go for a stab.
Do like a drive-by.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Roll me a hit. 26, another crit. Fuck me. When you hit it, you fucking mean it, don't you? Right, where you stabbing it?
Well, it's laying down, right?
Yeah, it's laying down.
Yeah, so actually I'm just gonna slide past him, and as I do, I like kinda, just fucking take the rapier and just fucking stab him in the head and just kind of drag him with me, and he's fucking, dead.
As you slide in, it's just following you.
Yeah. So his,
Yeah, he's dead. Do you like stick him through the face? And,
well, no, so I slide by and I like kind of
Slide
stick
to
the
the left.
rapier in.
It goes through his body, like slide
Chris,
by.
I was thinking more like I just fucking penetrate his head and like it just separates from his body and I slide with the head like out of the grease again.
Yeah, just like held over your head. Fucking.
Yeah.
I can't find it on YouTube. Otherwise, I'd put it on GroovyBot now. But I'm picturing like like the fucking gamer dubstep remix shit played as you do it. All right, cool. Yeah, he's dead. His head's been taken off.
I go behind this bush, kind of, I guess.
Cool. Verthia, your turn.
Well, I guess there's not much left to do than finish off this last goblin.
Annihilate
So-
goblins.
I'm gonna do what's known as a pro gamer move.
Done nothing this whole time.
The goblin, as you approach it with your maul, it drops to its knees and puts its hands up and says, "Wait! I can help you. I can lead you to where the ladder is. Just don't kill me." What do you think, guys?
I mean,
Please
this is
don't.
all you, dude. I'm not gonna interfere.
Yeah, this is your choice.
I do love killing goblins.
He's a big guy. His bloodlust is sated. Yes, he doesn't need to kill any more, does he?
I take my hammer, swing it back, and aim for the goblin's knee.
Oh.
If you're gonna help us, you're not going anywhere.
Roll me an attack.
Before he like accidentally just fucking murders him, anyways.
Okay, cool. Yeah, roll me some damage. It's token damage. Roll it anyway. Yep. Okay, cool. So yeah, you succeed in what you want to do. You bring your hammer down on this goblin's leg. You hear the sickening crunch of bone splitting and fucking shattering. He lets out a mighty howl of pain. Like, and then
A mighty
like,
howl.
his leg is just crushed and fucking bleeding and like a unusable mess on the floor, and he's just like on the ground, fucking like fucking crying and screaming in pain. But he clearly can't move anywhere now.
It reminded me of like some fucking what noise is it like? Fucking Terraria, I think.
I grab him by the scruff of his neck and say, "Now, if you don't help us, the next one's for your head."
Oh, dude.
Trying to choke out tears. He can't fucking talk. Who am I kidding? He just had his kneecap obliterated. He can't talk. He's just crying and screaming and begging for his life. Please don't hurt. Please don't hurt no more. Please don't hurt no more. Me be good goblin. Me be good goblin. Me be good goblin. Me help. Me help. Me help. Just no break no more bone.
I was looking at that fucking picture of that frog from Shrek that Josh posted in the voice spam.
Yeah, I'm dying.
That's my frog. He's like, I'm dying. Alright, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's my turn.
That's the end of combat, yep. So you've got this goblin essentially prisoner now. All the other goblins are dead. What would you like to do?
Maybe someone should patch that goblin up so he doesn't bleed to death. We need like the information.
Well,
Maybe that's too in depth.
So I toss him to the ground in front of Chuck. You deal with him.
that's just
He goes sliding along the mud
Slimy.
like face first, and he's just a useless fucking heap. And this leg's clearly not gonna work.
I kind of like just wrap his leg up. Do I have to roll anything for that, or?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Oh, I've got medicine.
I sit down next to her and try and help her.
You can also roll a medicine check. Yep. Together, you find like a stray long stick, and you're able to fashion like something resembling a splint to hold it straight, and you're able to wrap it up and stop the bleeding.
Cool.
The goblin the whole time is just, oh, civilized race is so weird. First they kill your friends and break your leg, then they try and help you.
Well, Goblin, you said you could help us. What can you offer us?
Yes, I assume you're here because of fruit, yes?
Yes, fruit. Tell us.
Well, fruit come from matter way down in the ruins, yes? But recently, he stopped accepting outsiders into ruin. He stopped entry with a lot of vines all around, impenetrable. Only one who holds the key is Grub Grub. Grub Grub is Hobgoblin apprentice of underground massa, and he live in cave that way, and he points in this direction. For the sake of clarity, I'll reveal this is the direction you'd be going down to the ruins, and indeed you can spot now that the dust has settled. There is a big old tangle of vines just completely blocking.
All right.
I'll pick up the goblin and I sling him over Rod's horse as the two of the weights together make one man. So,
He like screams as you pulling him over the horse, and he's just dangling there.
yeah, and I use the extra rope that we have to tie him to the horse so it doesn't fall off.
Okay.
And then I get on my horse and
I get up on my horse with this goblin hanging behind me. I just give him a little clap on his cheeks. Just let's go. Now you can decide if that's the horse or if that's the goblin.
What else this?
Yes, sir. You clap my cheeks anytime. What would that do?
What does this say?
I don't know.
The purple
Grubber.
text.
Yuki wrote it.
No, you can't read. Grub.
Yeah, Grub
Oh.
Grub.
Yeah, that's what.
The goblin acronym, really. Okay, so you're heading down to Grub Grub's cave to get the key to open the vines, to get down to the ruins, to sort this whole fruit fiasco out, okay? I think that's a good time to end the session.
Can I
Yeah.
just add that I went up
Let's
and
win.
I picked up all my arrows when I was.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that, dude. I'm not going to track ammo.
Okay.
Just fucking shoot as many like. Okay, guys,
Sort of
that's
machine gun.
session 1 over with.